was maiden fair and young on the pleasant banks of Lee. No bird that in the greenwood sung was half so blithe and free. My heart there beats with flying feet, no love sang me his queen. Till down the glen rolled Sarsfield's men, coming wore the jackets green.
Young Donald sat on his gallant grey, like a king on a royal seat, and my heart leapt out on his regal way to worship at his feet. Oh love, had you come in those colours dressed, and would the soldiers mean, I'd have laid my head on your throbbing breast for the sake of your jacket green.
Well, no hoarded wealth did my love own, the good sword that he bore, but I loved him for himself alone and the colours that he wore. For had he come in England's red to make me England's queen, I would rove the high green hills instead for the sake of the Irish green.
When William stormed with shot and shell at the walls of Garryowen, in the breach of death my Donald fell, and he sleeps near the treaty stone. That breach the foeman never crossed, while he swung his broadsword keen. But I do not weep, my darling lost, for he fell in his jacket green.
When Sarsfield sailed away I wept, as I heard the wild call. I fell then dead as a man who slept in the fields of Garryowen, while Ireland held my Donald west. No wild sea rolled between, till I would fold him to my breast, or robed in his Irish green.
My soul has soft like waves of woe that sadder tombstone bring, for I buried me heart in his grave below, for his and for Ireland's sake. And I cry, make way for the soldier's bride, and your halls of death, sad queen, for I long to rest by my pool of side, and wrapped in the folds of the rain.
And I saw the Shannon's purple tide go by the Irish town, as I stood in the breach by young Donald's side, when England's flag went down. And now it lowers when I see the sky, a blood-red curse between. I weep, but it is not to woman's sighs, nor razor Irish green.
Oh, Ireland, says thy lonely soul, and land beats a winter sea. But sadder and higher the wild waves roll, o'er hearts that break for thee. Yet grief shall come to our heartless foes, and the bones in the dust be seen. So Irish maids love none but those who wear the jackets
listening to the Rebel Rebel podcast with Rory Carson. Tasha Vigeshdak, leis an fód cruelly Rebel Rebel, le Rory McCarson.
Well, troops, what's the crack? Welcome along to another Rebel Sundays on the Rebel Rebel podcast. Myself, Big Ro, folks, here at 1 o'clock. It is 1 o'clock. We're here at 4 o'clock today. Folks, as usual, please share the stream. We'll get it all sort of the way first. If you're watching on Facebook, just hit the share button for me. Get it around as many people as possible. All your Irish music groups, Republican groups, Catholic groups, your own family and friends, whatever. Just share the page for me. It will probably be knocked off Facebook at least 3 or 4 times a day, folks, so it will, unfortunately. So it advises all to log on to YouTube. If you want to watch the show fully without any interruptions or breaks or anything. So just search on YouTube for the Rebel podcast. It'll bring you straight there. And if you could please like and subscribe to the stream for me. Also hit the wee bell icon and it'll tell you once I'm going live from now on. Also, if you're watching on Twitter, folks, we're always trying to build up the Twitter feed and Twitter following, so please retweet the stream if you're watching the show on Twitter. And if you're watching it on YouTube, which the majority of our listeners are and viewers, please, you can copy and paste the link from YouTube and just post it on your social medias. So welcome along, folks. It is Happy Father's Day to you all. From myself, Ro. Been spoiled ratting as usual myself today, so I have cheers to all these for tuning in. Hope you all had another good Father's Day yourselves. We'll jump in with the comments, who have listening. So up first on Facebook, we have James McMullen. How you doing, James? Deirdre Cardwell watching on Facebook. Catherine Brown is watching. Steve there over in Germany. How you doing, mate? Watching on Facebook today as well. Harley Townsend today watching on Facebook. What's the crack? Deirdre Cardwell there. Just talking to my cousin last night. Who's that there you're looking to? Paul O'Sheeran there in County Limerick. What's the crack, Paul? Cheers for tuning in today. And by the way, Paul, I did have a wee listen to your message, and I'm seriously considering I do want to do it, so I'll get a wee yarn with you during the week, mate, okay, about that there. On YouTube, I have Peter Stephen White. Magic Comrade, could you please play Abe McInnesby for Mark White, please, Comrade? Yeah, that's going to be the first song of the day, mate, so we'll do that for you. Ronan McDonald, what's the crack? Afternoon Row, only coming round after Vegas. Mate, I was watching your videos, 2 of your videos there and stuff, and photographs from during the week on Facebook. Fair play to you, lads. Brilliant. I wish I could do out there, have the single life, man, just bugger off and go and do what you want and head to Vegas. Look like some crack. You didn't get to the Celtic convention here, Ronan? No. You should just go over to Vegas beforehand. Martin Heaney, what's the crack? Martin, how you doing, mate? And just, folks, if you had a scene on we were posting during the week about Elaine, Marty's wife, and another valued viewer and watcher of the show. She was a wee bit poorly during the week, and she obviously had got brought in the ICU in Antrim. But good news is she's out of ICU now, so she is, and she's just waiting on the bed at the end of the Royal. So she's not out of the woods yet. But listen, Marty just wants to thank us all for your well wishes and stuff. So Elaine is getting there slowly but surely. Obviously, we're all very worried for her during the week, so hopefully she'll pull through this here. So there we go. Maura Burns, how doing, Maura, there on Republican Coatbridge? Who are going to be celebrating their annual parade next weekend. In the aid of the Loughlin Island Massacre, folks. That was we have to remember yesterday there. Obviously it was USA 94. Whenever the boys were in there, that bar in Loughlin Island, and just shot all around them and killed, was it 10 innocent people? And it's crazy. I used to actually deliver the beer to that bar, so that, and it has not changed one bit. So it hasn't. It's crazy. And obviously you go into the toilet, and it literally is exactly the same as it would have been that night that happened. You just get a very eerie, shivery feeling. You're standing there in that bar, just knowing what happened in it that night in 1984. Crazy. Obviously, when we all should have been rejoicing and remembering Ray Houghton's goal against Italy. That's what a lot of people do remember about that there night in USA 94. Derek Delaney, how you doing, Derek? Hi, Ro and gang. How's Elaine? Well, I've obviously told us all there, so hopefully that clears up. Denise Heffernan, how you doing, Denise? What's the name? Facebook. Marty Kane, what's the crack, mate? Well, Ro, what's the crack, mate? Any chance of playing Emer's singing Teddy O'Neill? Listen, until she comes on the show, I'm not playing the song, so we'll have to keep badgering her. But I don't know what the crack is. She's a very, very busy lady, so we'll have to try and catch up with her. She did say she's going to come on one of these Sundays, so I'm not going to pester her, so we'll see what happens. Let's see. Neil Coskin, how you doing? Neil, that's the name on Facebook. Good morning from Staten Island, New York. Happy Father's Day to you and all the dads listening indeed, yes. So obviously talking of Father's Day, we'll do this here the way for you as well. Yeah, folks, happy Father's Day to all yous that are listening in this afternoon. I hope you've had a good day and you're having a good day. So I want to get the formalities out of the way first, folks. Want to wish my own dad, Kevin, a happy Father's Day as well from myself, Ronan and Nell, and my sister Anya as well. Big happy Father's Day. Hope you have a good one. And talking on my sister, folks, just want to give a shout out to all the single mummies out there who basically have had to basically raise up their kids as mummy and daddy. So as I always send my sister Anya the same message here on Father's Day, just basically saying happy Father's Day, sis, because she's done a fantastic job bringing up my niece Nisha all on her own. So you also have to give her a shout out, and also not forgetting my own father-in-law Liam. Want to give him a happy Father's Day today as well. We'll be lost without this man. And just please, folks, forget the shirt I'm wearing. That was Happier Times there, and over in Santa Ponza a few years ago, when I had more hair and a bit of a suntan there. But yep, that there dodgy shirt has had a few outings since, and I've had desperate grief for it. So I have. So yes, happy Father's Day to you all, folks. Here, right. So we're going on to the first tune here. We got a wee request there for Aidan McInespy at the start of the show. We're going to do this version here. It's an absolutely class version from Paddy Mangan and Eddie Kane. They recorded there a couple of years ago. Maybe it started last year. They're in the recording studio recorded. So I think actually Paddy is listening today. I seen him earlier on there. He was on. So here goes. The first tune of the day is Paddy Mangan and Eddie Kane with the ballad of Aidan McInespy, folks, on Rebel Sundays.
Was on a Sunday evening as the sun shone in the sky, as he walked his way to the Gaelic pitch. Did he think he was going to die? But as he crossed the checkpoint, oh, the sound of gunfire came. The news spread through that border town, oh, Aidan McInespy's dead. Oh, why did you do it? Had you not the guts to say? You say it was an accident or even a ricochet. Just like Loughall and Gibraltar, oh, your lies are well renowned. You murdered Aidan McInespy on his way to the Gaelic ground. Oh, for years he was harassed by the forces of the crown. So he went to work every day. He left his native town. The soldiers, they swore they'd get him, for reasons no one could say. And sure enough, they murdered him in cold blood on that sunny day. Well, the people, they heard a gunfire, and they came from miles around. They saw that young man lying there. He was dying on the ground. His flow of life was ending fast, and people, they tried their best. That bullet wound was far too deep. It passed right through his chest. Oh, why did you do it? Had you not the guts to say? You say it was an accident or even a ricochet. But like Loughall and Gibraltar, oh, your lies are well renowned. You murdered Aidan McInespy on his way to the Gaelic ground. For Aidan's life was ending. It was time for Judgment Day. The soldier jumped down from the tower and that coward, he slipped away. God's curse on you, Britain, for this cruel deed you've done. And God will have the final say when your judgment day comes. For to say it was an accident, sure that's the greatest crime of all. For his heartbroken family, no worse they could befall. Across no marks that lonely spot where Aidan was shot down. So he walked on that Sunday evening on his way to the Gaelic ground. Oh, why did you do it? Had you not the guts to say? You say it was an accident or even a ricochet. But like Lockall and Gibraltar, oh, your lies are well renowned. You murdered Aidan McNesby on his way to the Gaelic ground. Yes, you murdered young Aidan McNesby on his way to the Gaelic ground.
There we go, folks. Sound of Paddy Mangan there, the legendary Paddy Mangan and Eddie Kane with their rendition of Aidan McNesby. And that was the first request of the afternoon, folks. Brilliant request there, so it is. Right, so yeah, just as you can see on screen now, folks, Damien Casey. I'm just going to put this out here. Obviously, I didn't know the young man, but obviously seen all the outpouring of grief about him. He's one of the probably the best hurler to come from Tyrone for some time. Unfortunately, he died in a freak swimming accident on holiday on Friday there, so it was. So obviously, we've seen all the outpouring of grief yesterday there. So basically, just wishing Damien's friend and family and all his teammates in Dungannon and Tyrone and his club and his county, folks, this afternoon. So just want to send all our condolences to Damien's family, which is, I'm sure it's just ripped the heart out of Dungannon and Tyrone, folks, when you hear something like that there so shocking happening. So yeah, folks, this is Rebel Sundays. Yeah, good big numbers watching in the day. So again, please share the stream for me. This seems to be working. If any requests, get them in. And if I can do them for you, I definitely will. We're here to 4 o'clock this afternoon. Right, we'll jump back into a few more wee comments and see. Let's see what else I have. Right, ones we missed out there on. Right, let's see. Where are we? So Derek Daly, there's I hope you're well remembering this weekend all involved in the Loughlin Island massacre, RP those innocent lives lost while they watched Ireland play the World Cup. Yeah, actually just talking about this here, I have took part in this parade, I think it was twice. So big up to the Cope Bridge Republican Flute Band. They obviously have a parade every year. I think this may have been the first proper one since COVID happened this year, so it is, and they obviously dedicate their parade to the families of Loughlin Island, and obviously, so some of the family members will come over with their big banner and stuff. They usually have a function on the Saturday night, and then the Sunday they'll have like a talk. And obviously, some of the family members will tell obviously their stories. And I'll say we'll never forget. I think it was the first year I went, and I think it was the Clock Bar in Coatbridge. We had the function upstairs, and it was one of the guys that survived the shooting. He was there and obviously sitting at the table telling his thoughts on the night of what happened, and he felt like guilty, so he did, and he felt because he run and hid up the stairs. He obviously, I think he did get shot, but he survived the incident, but he felt guilty because obviously all his friends in the bar were murdered, and he ran away, and you just see the emotion and tears in the guy's eyes, like telling the story. It was just absolutely shocking. So yeah, big up to the Cope Bridge Republican Flute Band, who every year do remember the families of Loughlin Island, so do with their parade. So that takes place next week, folks. So if you're in Scotland and you're about Cope Bridge, get yourselves up there next Saturday afternoon. I think the parade kicks off, it's usually around 12 o'clock or something in the morning time, but just check out the Margaret Skinner the Card and Hearn coming, or the Cope Bridge Republican Flute Band on Facebook, and you'll be able to get all the details for the parade next week. Jim McCaff, what's crack? Keep her lit, my man. Nori Boy, Kearney, happy Father's Day from Erdry. So Peter says, play any Rebel song for Bridge Inn, Tim's Hail Hail. Kieran Mac, what's the crack, Kieran? Hope looking forward to meeting up with you on Monday here to go over this wee song, mate. Cheers for asking me, mucker. Dan Breen, good afternoon all, what's the crack? So Kieran is looking for a Father's Blessing. We're going to do that other one next. So obviously we'll have to do the Jerry Glacken version. So hopefully we don't get knocked off too early. But obviously I'd imagine this will knock us off Facebook. But sure, we'll have to run the risk of that happening, you know. So we'll do it there in a wee second. So we'll let's see who else we have. Celine is on. What's the crack, Celine? Good afternoon, everyone. Sorry I'm late. Was on the phone to O2. Biggest pain in the hole ever. Well, I think any phone company trying to get through to them these days. But not as worse trying to get through to your doctor, is it? Like, Jesus Christ, absolute nightmare. Ronan is saying, obviously, we'll have the trip booked before the dates for the Celtic convention were set, but what wouldn't really have been for me. All the big events were starting as we left. Great 10 days. But see, to be honest, mate, I've been watching a lot of them events during the week, and to me, it's a total cheese fest. Like, I think even if I could go over to America too, I don't think I would want to, so I wouldn't. The only thing I think I would enjoy was the pool party. It looked brilliant, so it did. But I think see those big events, even the green night and all stuff, whatever, like, and it just was too no way. Just far too cheesy for me. See, anything that's Americanized. I know obviously it's like a Celtic convention, but just like nah, definitely I don't think I'd be spending a lot of money over there for the cheese fest that I see it like. See what else? Right. Martin, any chance of Gary Lawler singing Beeswing? Marty, I don't think there's actually a version of him singing it. I'll check YouTube and see, but I don't think there is. Because the only thing Gary, I think, has recorded is the stuff he's done with the Druids, which we'll make it into that subject later on. So because I know a few of you might want to know about why I posted about them last Saturday there on on the live feed of them. But sure, we'll make it into that later on. But I don't think there is a version of him singing Beeswing, Marty. I've seen him, I've heard him sing it a few times on live streams, but I don't think there's anything recorded. But I'll have a wee look for you, so definitely. See. Catherine's my mother on what's crack. Let's see, I was going to pay a few and Laura to go next week as well. Thinking of everyone in Bonestown today. Yeah, actually this will be the first year I haven't been there with the band. Obviously, Bonestown would have been my favourite parade to go to every single year, so it would have been. And it's just a great day out, so it is. So I think it's actually the first Bonestown since COVID. The first proper one, so it is. So, yeah, good luck to all the bands today and all the everybody else who's taking part in the parade in the Bonestown this afternoon. Right, so next tune we're going to do, say hopefully this doesn't get us knocked off, but it might. But so this one is for Kieran, who asked for this tune. He's looking for a Father's Blessing. So obviously a lot of sort of fathers, daddy themed tunes today, so we'll do obviously so we'll go. This is a Father's Blessing from the Irish Brigade, recorded live in Dublin. So say folks, I would advise you go on to YouTube and watch the stream there, because this will probably get cut off once this is finished. Here we go.
This is a song I wrote back in the early 1980s. One of the brave young men who died on the hunger strike in the H blocks. It's a song called A Father's Blessing, a song dedicated to the memory of Joe McDonald. Children's laughter, children's tears, childish joys of childhood years, fondest memories of our once happy home. It's not death that brings the pain, I would face it all again, but it grieves me so to leave you all alone. Do the wee ones still sigh when they hear their daddy's name? Do they sadly ask you why I won't be home again? Oh, how hard it is to know for them a better land. May they never know the fears that have blighted my young years, nor the shackles that have bound my native land. May they see the joy of life and not cruel civil strife, foreign laws imposed by brutal strangers' hands. Do the wee ones still sigh when they hear their daddy's name? Do they sadly ask you why I won't be home again? Oh, how hard it is to know I'll never see them grow. Let my dying bring for them a better land. May they grow in love and truth. Let them blossom into youth, guided by their mother's loving hand. May they cherish Ireland's pride, for this Joe MacDonald died. Let them know their father loved them and his land. Do the wee ones still sigh when they hear their daddy's name? Do they sadly ask you why I won't be home again? Oh, how hard it is to know I'll never see them grow. Let my dying bring for them a better land. Let them know their father loved them and his land.
'Twas down the glen one Easter morn, the city fair of night, where armoured lights and marching men and squadrons did pass me by. Now why did hum their battle drum, it sound out its loud tattoo. Oh, but the angel's bell of the Liffey swell rang out on the foggy dew. Right proudly and high over Dublin town, they hung out their flags of war. What's better to die neath an Irish sky than in Suvla or Sodamar? From the blades of Royal Maid, strong men they came hurrying too, while Britannia's hounds and their long-range guns sailing through the foggy dew. 'Twas Britannia made our wild geese go, that small nations they might be free. Now their lonely graves are by Suvla's waves, and the French of the grey North Sea. On mad they died by Pearse's side, or fought with the Provost too. Now their names we would keep where the Fenians sleep, neath the shroud of the foggy dew. But the bravest fell, the requiem bell rang mournfully and clear, for those who died at Easter time in the springing of that year. While the world did gaze in deep amaze at those fearless men but for you, who bore the fights of freedom's light by shine through the foggy dew. Oh!
I've sung so many songs of fallen heroes. I really thought that I have said it all. But if a song can fill our hearts and raise our spirits, then we'll sing about our martyrs and long gone. Well, the Irish nation will tell its sorrow, such sadness and this country seldom known. For Monaghan they lost a gallant soldier with 7 volunteers from each parole. What does he say? Say, England, do you really think it's over? Come on! If you do, you're gonna have to kill us all. For until you take your murderers out of Ireland, we will make you rule the blood spill and lock on. It was on a warm and misty Friday evening. The scent of apple blossom filled the air. That village street seemed quiet and deserted, but the SAS were watching everywhere. Oh, the nigger bomb that only reached his target. The trap was sprung and gunfire filled the air. Maggie captured, she did not want any prisoners. Shoot to kill her orders with money. What does he say? Oh, England, do you really think it's over? Sing, if you do, you're gonna have to kill us all. For until you take your murderers out of Ireland, we will make you rue the blood spill and long gone. You butchered 8 brave volunteers that evening. They were kicked and punched in case they were not dead. You dragged them up and down that Armagh village, and you filled their bodies full of British blood. Well, did you think that it would teach us all a lesson? Such savagery the whole world was appalled. Well, don't you know, there's 20 more men waiting for each one that you murdered and done wrong. Let's hear ya! Oh, England, do you really think it's over? Sing it! If you do, you're gonna have to kill us all. For until you take your murderers out of Ireland, we will make you rue the blood spill and long gone. Huh? Farewell to Paddy and your flight. No more you lead to fight in unison. Side by side reporting for Kearney and Tony Gormley. Unite to drive the British from the north. And Declan Arthurs and you for Seamus Stormy. On that night you were the youngest of them all. And Jared O'Callaghan and a gallant Eugene Kelly. Your blood still stained the pavements of the hall. Come on, let's hear ya! Oh, England, do you really think it's over? Come on! If you do, you're gonna have to kill us all. One and all! For until you take your murderers out of Ireland, we will make you rue the blood spill and long gone. Irish! Oh, England, do you really think it's over? If you do, you're gonna have to kill us all. For until you take your murderers out of Ireland, we will make you rue the blood spill and long gone. We will make you rue the blood spill and long gone.
There we go. Sort of Clover there here, folks, from County Limerick with the latest track from their album, their forthcoming album, folks, live in Belfast. That is the Loughgall Ambush. So, yeah, folks, if you had seen the video last week, so the CD is going to officially be launched on my gig there, folks, on Saturday, the 3rd of December. So make sure you all get yourself a ticket. There's no excuse not to get a ticket, folks. We probably will let a few people pay it on the night, but obviously we would rather get all the tickets sold out beforehand. So just check out the wee bottom corner, or the scrolling thing there at the bottom of the screen, if you can see it down there. Right at the end, it tells you the address where you can go to get a ticket set. Some people were saying there about the volume was going up and down. Let's see, was anybody else having the same issue? I think Derek said they were having the same issue as well. Let's see. I'll just jump back in a few of the comments. See. Celine says, yeah, Ro, you get some hassle on TikTok, I know, but here, it's a bit of crack, so it is. It's, I put on a post last night. I had planned on doing the show live from TikTok today as well, as one thing, but basically, I don't think I can do it. The way I can plug my desk, I can't have two outputs. So basically, one going on my phone to record on TikTok, and then actually the other going on my phone to record, or into the desk to record this here through the main StreamYard. So I don't think we can do it there. Basically, if I want to do it in TikTok, I would have to just do it one output. So maybe do a show some night there or something, whatever, just for TikTok only. But yeah, listen, it's a bit of crack. See, now, at the start, I was replying to a lot of comments and all that stuff, and I was going, frig it, what is, just let them walk away. No matter who you think you're going to please, you're all just going to be a few cream buns out there who are going to give you dogs abuse and grief. So, but here, it's a bit of crack. So there's the main woman herself. What's the crack? Elaine, good to see you up and about, or sitting up. Listen to my favourite show, brightens up my time here in Antrim Area Hospital. Thanks to everyone for all your well wishes. One day at a time, Miss Elaine. Well done to you. Let's see. Right, so Caroline said, so volume keeps going up and down here in Glasgow. Derek, same here in Dublin. Was it going like that there for that last song, or was it? Let me know if it's so it's okay now. Well, listen, we'll play another song, and hopefully it doesn't go. If it does go up and down, we'll have to see what the crack is, and we'll maybe get it thing. So Mick McAdam, all the best from Banbury in Oxfordshire. So hail Billy Reid if possible. Yes, we'll do that one next for you here. We'll go to the version from Spirit of Freedom, the two Tonys. From Spirit of Freedom. This is Rebel Sundays, folks, on the Rebel podcast. And don't forget, first time I mentioned today, stick around. So about 2:30, we're going to have today's guest on, folks, here for you. Paul Spillett from, I think is it East Cork? They're from, or West Cork? I'm not sure, but they're from County Cork anyway, from the Paddy Boys Rebel Band. So we're going to be playing 3 songs today from the Paddy Boys. Plus we'll have Paul live on the screen here, folks, at about between 2:15 and 2:30 for you. So we'll do a bit of an interview, find out what the crack is with the Paddy Boys, and we'll play a few other songs for you. Yeah, it's great to get all these new Rebel bands. I think they aren't new, but I want to try and get as many people as possible, give them exposure, get them on the show, to basically give you all up and insight into how the bands are doing, how they started off, etc. So right, here's the next song for you. Swiss One Spice for Mick McAdam. No, mate, it was the ad for the big Vans night. The music was louder. Yeah, I think what the problem there is with the music was louder for the ad, because it's a video, so it is. So that's why the music will be a wee bit louder than the rest of the songs. So if that's what the problem is, then yeah, that's okay. It's basically just turn your TV or your phone down a wee bit. It's just because the way I set that video up, it's just the way the music plays. I have no control over the volume for the advert, because it's played on a different part of the laptop here, so I can't control the volume. So that's why the sound may have been a wee bit louder for the ad. So glad we've cleared it up. So Mick, this few minutes, the volunteer Billy Reid from Spirit of Freedom on Rebel Sundays.
I'll sing you a song of a terrible wrong, when the flags they'll blow at half-mast. When the man he lay dead, he was riddled with lead, and he died on the streets of Belfast. And the radio said, there's another shot dead, and he died with a gun in his hand. And it never said why Billy Reid had to die, or he died to free Ireland. It happened one day when the Bald IRA went out to fight for our land, with an old Thompson gun put the Brits on the run, and returned to their home was their plan. And the radio said, there's another shot dead, and he died with a gun in his hand. And they never said why Billy Reid had to die, or he died to free Ireland. While returning the gun, Billy met British Huns, and when the fight had begun, his position was dire when his gun wouldn't fire, so he died with the old Thompson gun. And the radio said, there's another shot dead, and he died with the gun in his hand.
and it never said why. Billy Reid had to die, or he died to free Ireland. And the radio said, there's another shot dead, and he died with a gun in his hand. And it never said why Billy Reid had to die, or he died to free Ireland. Although he lay dead, he was kicked in the head by the hair, they dragged him around. And they still fear him yet, but they'll never forget how brave Billy Reid stood his ground. And the radio said, there's another shot dead, and he died with a gun in his hand. And they never said why Billy Reid had to die, or he died to free Ireland. If you think he was right, come and join in our fight and help to free Belfast. For the blood Billy shed, we will never forget. In our hearts his memory will live. And the radio said, there's another shot dead, and he died with a gun in his hand. And it never said why Billy Reid had to die, or he died to free Ireland.
The sort of ballad Billy Reid there, folks, from Spirit of Freedom, the two Tonys. That there goes in the Take Me Home to Mayo there, so I don't want to play it there as well. So there we go. So especially Mick McAdam, that one there for you, who's looking for the ballad of Billy Reid. This is Rebel Sundays, folks, on the Rebel podcast with myself, Ro, folks. If you're enjoying the show today, please drop it as a wee tip or a donation. It helps us to keep the show going every single Sunday. So you can just scan the two wee QR codes there on the very right hand side, or the two links are at the bottom of the screen. Just watch the wee scrolling bar and it'll tell you where to go to for PayPal or Revolut. So thanks very much to you all who donate every week, folks. Much appreciated, so cheers. Right, just a wee shout out, folks. The flyer for this year is going to be going out on hopefully in the coming days. But big massive weekend coming up, folks, in Derry in August that I'm really pleased to be part of. So I'm going to be in Derry for the whole weekend. So from Friday the 19th to Sunday the 21st, two absolutely massive events happening in the Derry City Sports and Social Club. So on the Friday night, folks, and on the Sunday night, I'm going to be there. I'm going to be doing a live podcast on the Sunday afternoon, plus playing that night in the bar as well. So I don't want to give out who's going to be playing yet. Obviously all the acts are confirmed, but I want to let the guys in the bar are going to be putting the flyer out for it very, very soon. But that's two massive gigs, all in association with Saoirse Promotions. So again, Connor, Michael and Kate have pulled it out of the bag. Got some big acts involved this year, folks. What's on between Friday the 19th and Sunday the 21st of August, folks. I'm going to be up in Derry. So I'm going to be playing on the Friday night. Then go do a live show on Sunday afternoon from the bar, plus playing on Sunday night as well, before and after the act. So hopefully you might see a few of you there, but as soon as the ad comes out, I'll be sharing it, folks, on the page. So hopefully see a few of you there on the weekend of Friday 19th to Sunday the 21st of August, live in Derry, folks, for the big event being run in conjunction with Saoirse Promotions. So looking forward to that there. Let's see. Kieran says, any chance of the Little McGranny's bin or the Kids of Balmurphy? Thanks. Yeah, maybe get the Little McGranny's bin on. Let's see. Marley was looking for New Lodge Parade. Played that last week, mate, so I did on the show. Let's see. Yeah, loads of more Father's Day wishes coming through here, folks. So yeah, so get them on. And again, if you want to send us a wee picture through, folks, of any Father's Day photographs, send them on through to me, and we'll get them on the screen today. We'll give you all we mentioned. So next song, I did play this last week, folks. So did right on the show, but obviously today is Father's Day, so I think it's just right we'll play this here. For all the fathers who are no longer with us, folks, here on Father's Day 2022. So I say I'll do this one for my ma as well, Kate. She's not feeling the best, so I think she's not work today. So I know she's sitting watching the show from her bed. So she is. So here we go. This is for all the fathers who aren't with us, and we're going to do the great song by the Furies called My Old Man. And we'll do this here, especially for my granda Kevin, who know this always remains in my mouth. So here we go. This is Rebel Sundays, folks. So please, if you want to get a wee tissue, now's your chance. This is the Furies with my old man, folks, on Rebel Sundays.
The tears have all been shed now. We've said our last goodbyes. His soul's been blessed, he's laid to rest, and it's now I feel alone. He was more than just a father, a teacher, my best friend, and he'll still be heard in the tunes we shared when we played them on our own. I never will forget him, for he made me what I am. Though he may be gone, memories linger on, and I miss him, the old man. As a boy, he'd take me walking by mountain, field and stream, and he'd show me things not known to kings, and secret between him and me, like the colours of the pheasant as he rises in the dawn, and how the fish and make a wish beside the holy tree. Oh, I never will forget him, for he made me what I am. Though he may be gone, memories linger on. I miss him, my old man. I thought he'd live forever. He seemed so big and strong, but the minutes fly and the years roll by for a father and a son. And suddenly when it happened, there was so much left unsaid. No second chance to tell him thanks for everything he's done. Oh, I never will forget him, for he made me what I am. Though he may be gone, memories linger on. I miss him, my old man.
Yeah, it's in the Furies here, folks, with my old man, the old man, that was his, especially from my Kate, that one this afternoon. So, yeah, any more requests, folks, get them on. Say we're here till 4 o'clock. I'm coming up in about another 15 minutes. We'll have today's guest, Paul Spillett, folks, from the Paddy Boys in Cork. We're going to be playing a few songs from 2 of their albums that they recorded. Plus, we'll be getting Paul on just to get an insight into the Paddy Boys and into his life as well. So, looking forward to that there. So, next tune we're going to do here, one from a great listener to the show. He's over there in Newfoundland in Canada. Lee Brockerville, folks. If you're on Spotify, check out this album. Absolutely phenomenal. Phenomenal album called Songs of Rebellion. Songs of Irish Rebellion, Volume 1. Let's go to this one here. This is the Black and Tans. And sorry, well, actually the boys and Paddy Boys are from West Cork, folks. I think I meant to say East Cork earlier on, so my apologies. So they are from West Cork, which is probably a more Corky accent than anywhere. So we might have to get the subtitles on the show today. So we'll see what happens. I know when we had Paul Sheeran on before, he definitely has a bit of a Cork twang onto his accent, and Miles Gaffney is a big as langer as the come, so he's definitely, but he's more Cork City, but I suppose these boys from Cork, where Paul's from, Paul Spillett, definitely very culty. So we'll see what happens when we get them on the show. So here's the next tune of the day. This is a bit more lively than we've been playing this afternoon so far. So this is the Lee Brockerville folks from his album Songs of Irish Rebellion. Brilliant tune. This is come out, You Black and Tans. Here we go.
I was born at a Dublin street where the lion drums to beat, and the loving English feet they tramped all over us. And each and every night when my father came home tired, he'd invite the neighbours outside with his chorus. Come out, you black and tans, come out and fight me like a man. Show your wife how you win medals down in Flanders. Tell her how the IRI made you run like Callaway from the green and lovely lights of Killashadra. Come let me hear you tell how you swam the Great Arno. Well, you taught him well and truly persecuted. Where are the sneers and jeers that you bravely let us hear when our leaders of 16 were executed? Come out, you black and tans, come out and fight me like a man. Show your wife how you win medals down in Flanders. Tell her how the IRI made you run like Callaway from the green and lovely lights of Killashadra. Come tell us how you slew them poor Arabs who way too, like the Zulus did, spears and bows and arrows. How you bravely faced each one with your 60-pounder gun, and you frightened them natives through their marrow. Come out, you black and tans, come out and fight me like a man. Show your wife how you win medals down in Flanders. Tell her how the IRI made you run like Callaway from the green and lovely lights of Killashadra. And in Larkin and O'Brien, how you really taught them swine. Robert Hammond, who you have been true and ford. High up on the scaffold high, how you murdered Henry Troy and our Paddy Boys in Wexford to the slaughter. Come out, you black and tans, come out and fight me like a man. Show your wife how you win medals down in Flanders. Tell her how the IRI made you run like Callaway from the green and lovely lights of Killashadra. Oh, the day is coming fast, and the time will soon be near when each arm and well and castle side before us. And if there be a need, then me kids can say Godspeed with a bar or two, Stephen B. and chorus. Come out, you black and tans, come out and fight me like a man. Show your wife how you win medals down in Flanders. Tell her how the IRI made you run like Callaway from the green and lovely lights of Killashadra. Come out, you black and tans, come out and fight me like a man. Show your wife how you win medals down in Flanders. Tell her how the IRI made you run like Callaway from the green and lovely lights of Killashadra. Come out, you black and tans, come out and fight me like a man. Show your wife how you win medals down in Flanders. Tell her how the IRI made you run like Callaway from the green and lovely lights of Killashadra. From the green and lovely lights of Killashadra. From the green and lovely lights of Killashadra.
Yeah, folks, there's the wee snapshot there for you. So it's going to be on between the 19th and 21st of August, folks, live in the Derry City Sports and Social Club in association with the lads and the lady, of course, from Sears Motions. Really looking forward to it. And so cheers, Anthony, for getting me involved. Much appreciated, mate. Gives me a chance to get away from Belfast and the West Belfast for the weekend. They head up to Derry for 3 days, so I'm really looking forward to it. Get a good few gigs on the belt, so maybe get a few things done as well. 2 touristy things while I'm up there, so looking forward to that, folks. Right, so we'll see another maybe 10 minutes, 10, 15 minutes. We're going to have Paul from the Paddy Boys live on the show. And Marty has just said that he thought the Langers were from Dublin. Oh, definitely not, though. Langer is somebody that's from Cork. And here, did any of you see the shoulder tackle yesterday? The boy from Galway, Jesus Christ, on that guy from Cork. He near killed him. Like, what a tackle indeed. Didn't do a thing wrong, but here, what a tackle. Your man must have been, I've just seen him laying there with wee birdies flying around his head when he's laying there out cold, but here, fair play to him. Some Cork just did not show up at all in that match this year, so they didn't. Let's see. Derek is saying, he said, yeah, they will also tell you the true capital of Ireland, but diluted there too, Martin, yeah. This is all the dirty dubs coming on now. The dirty dubs, you see. Well, here, I was listening to a podcast during the week, so it was with Tomas O'Shea, is it? From Kerry. It was great. So we had Joe Brawley on as his guest, and I have to say, brilliant, absolutely fantastic interview, so it was, but a funny wee thing I've seen. So he compared Clonus to Calcutta, so he did. Obviously, because he was saying it was just obviously Ulster final day. It's an absolute nightmare trying to get in there to the town, and obviously people were jamming 3 and 4 cars and all into their driveways. So they were, and he says trying to leave that place over him it was in the afternoon. He says 4 hours to get out of it. He says welcome to Calcutta. So the Monaghan County Council have demanded that Joe Brawley. Imagine demanding anything of Joe Brawley, like Jesus Christ. I demanded Joe Brawley writes them an official apology for comparing Monaghan and Clonus to Calcutta. So in true Joe Brawley style, what did he do? He basically put a tweet out and apologised to the people of Calcutta for comparing them to Clonus. You don't issue ultimatums to Joe Brawley and expect them to come to just basically do what you want. You know what I mean? Like, but I'd say I put a wee poster in the week when I shared that to our podcast. The Sunday game just definitely is not the same without obviously Joe Brawley. And as much as I hate Pat Spillane, the two of them just going at each other, or more or less Joe Brawley having to go at Pat Spillane for the whole show is entertaining enough. But yeah. Right, so just a wee flyer, I should say there, folks. So this is a wee preview of one of the bands who's going to be playing at that gig there. I don't know if I think this is on the Sunday they're going to be playing, so but you'll see during the week. So this is one of the bands who are going to be playing at the big weekend up in the Derry City Sports and Social Club on the 19th and 21st of August, folks. So here we go.
As we gathered in the chapel here in Old Kilmainham jail, they think about these past few weeks, or will they say we failed from our school days? They have told us we must yearn for liberty, yet all I want in this dark place is to have you here with me. Oh, grace, just hold me in your arms and let this moment linger, to take me out at dawn and I will die. With all my love, I'll place this wedding ring upon your finger. There won't be time to share our love, so we must say goodbye. But I know it's hard for you, my love, to ever understand the love I bear for these brave men, my love for this dear land. And when Cork called me to your side, join in the GPO, I had to leave my own safe bed to him I had to go. Oh, gracious, hold me in your arms and let this moment linger. But take me out at dawn and I will die. With all my love, I'll place this wedding ring upon your finger. There won't be time to share our love, so we must say goodbye. As the dawn is breaking, my heart is breaking too. On this May morn, as I walk by, my thoughts will be of you. And there is some words upon the wall, so everyone will know. I love so much that I could see the blood upon the road. Let's hear you! Oh, grace, just hold me in your arms and let this moment linger. But take me out at dawn and I will die. With all my love, I'll place this wedding ring upon your finger. There won't be time to share our love, so we must say goodbye. Oh no, there won't be time to share our love, for we must say goodbye.
There we go. So the brilliant Kelly's Men there, if you folks, with Ballad of Grace from their album Live in the Craig, and also from my album as well, Rebs for Hope. So cheers again to the lads for letting me use the song. So that was just one of the bands, folks, who's going to be playing at the big weekend in Derry, alongside myself and a few others, live in the Derry City Sports and Social Club. So look out over the coming days, folks, for I'm going to be putting the main flyer out for us. So it's going to be a cracking weekend, folks, on the 19th and 21st of August. So it's a Friday and the Sunday in the Derry City Sports and Social Club. And that's just one of the bands there who's going to be playing. Right, so see, Paul has just jumped on here. So what we're going to play the first song, folks, from the Paddy Boys. And then once it's finished, we'll get Paul on the screen for you. So here we go. This is from their first album, folks. Great wee tune, this one. It's called The Lonely Woods of Upton, folks, on Rebel Sundays. So it's the Paddy Boys. So we'll play us here from the lads, and then we're going to have Paul live on screen, folks, and we'll do today's interview.
Many homes are filled with sorrow and with sadness. Many hearts are filled with anguish and with pain. For old Ireland now, she hangs her head in mourning. For the men who died at Upton for Sinn Féin. Let the moon shine out tonight along the valley, where those men who fought for freedom now are laid. May they rest in peace, those men who died for Ireland in the lonely woods of Upton, Sinn Féin. Some were thinking of their mothers, wives and sweethearts. Some were thinking of their dear old Irish homes. And they think of how they drilled along the valley when they marched out from Cork City to their doom. Let the moon shine out tonight along the valley where those men who fought for freedom now are laid. May they rest in peace, those men who died for Ireland in the lonely woods of Upton, Sinn Féin. Then the morning cry rang out, boys, fix your bayonets. And those gallant lads, they fixed them for the fray. Gallantly they fought and died for dear old Ireland in the lonely woods of Upton, Sinn Féin. Let the moon shine out tonight along the valley where those men who fought for freedom now are laid. May they rest in peace, those men who died for Ireland in the lonely woods of Upton, Sinn Féin. May they rest in peace, those men who died for Ireland in the lonely woods of Upton, Sinn Féin.
There we go, folks. Welcome onto the show. Paul, can you hear me, mate?
I can, Rob. Can you hear me, bud?
Yes, mate, just about. Happy days, yeah. So then, folks, we're joined here by Paul Spillett from the Paddy Boys in West Cork. And so it is. I'm surprised you're wearing that top of age and you got your arse handed to you yesterday. See you did.
Oh, yeah, I know.
Well, listen, it's redemption for obviously Cork beating us last week. Cause, I thought we were going to get you there. We just didn't show up in the second half, so we didn't. So there we go. But here, great game yesterday. So it was indeed. That their shoulder tackle was something else. So it was.
Yeah.
Amazing. Right, folks, listen, we're joined here by Paul from the Paddy Boys. So cheers for joining us today, mate. Much appreciated. That was the first song we played there. Lonely Woods of Upton. So, mate, first of all, tell us obviously whereabouts you in Cork the band is based.
Well, we are basically in Upton, Crossferry area. Upton and Crossferry would be about, Crossferry out the window would be about 2 minutes down the road, and Upton would be about not even 5 minutes west. So
right.
About 20 minutes from Cork City.
Let's talk a bit about yourself first, then, mate. So obviously, tell us about growing up. When did you sort of first start playing like music, or when sort of music sort of first take a wee bit of a part of your life?
I suppose I used to always kind of go to the pubs with my uncle, my grandfather, my father, and there used to be always sessions in the pub. Like, I suppose sessions was a huge thing back then, and yeah, right. My mother used to just bring me along to them, and my grandfather used to play the accordion and the fiddle and the motor organ, so I kind of got a lot of it from him, I'd say.
Yeah. So when actually was the band itself formed then?
I'd say it was formed, I'd say, probably when I was about leaving school. I'd say 2010 we kind of did our first gig, and we went from there.
Okay.
Yeah. Came a long way from then.
Was it just the two at the start then? I mean, the original members then?
Or? Yeah, myself and John. John's only down the road there, about not even half a mile down the road. So yeah, he's still with me, eh?
Right. So obviously, for yourself, like growing up, who would have been like? Well, sort of, I always ask this here, like sort of with the when we have people on from the south. I think it's sort of an important question to ask when you're talking like there. You are like a rebel band. That's all you play, rebel music. So tell us a wee bit about your own sort of republicanism. Did that there play a part in you wanting to form like a rebel band? Were you brought up in like a Republican household?
Well, I suppose over the road there, Ballymurphy. I would have relatives. One of them was actually he would have been killed in the Upton ambush back Falvey. My mother's Falvey, so and her family are from Ballymurphy as well. So that would have been a big thing. And also, like, I suppose growing up there, my father used to always have the rebel songs in the car, like, so, you know, I was just listening to them from a very young age, the Wolf Tones and, you know, other kind of artists. So, yeah, it's kind of with me from a young age. And then,
just a wee second there. Just there's ones here saying that you're coming across very, very crackly. So you are. I can hear myself in the headphones as well. What are you doing it there through the laptop or your phone? What way are you doing?
I'm on my phone. I have AirPods on. Will I try it without them?
Yeah, maybe take them off and see, because I think that there could be what's crackling, because everybody's saying I sound like a robot. So he is like, it's bad enough for the Cork accent, so it is.
Is that any better, Rob?
I don't know, it's still coming across like crackling for some reason, so it is. I don't know if maybe it's to do with your internet connection or whatever.
Yeah. 2 seconds there now, I'll just check there now. That's not. Is that any better?
I don't. It's still coming across like when you're talking. It's like and you can hear you, but it's just a wee bit crackly for some reason. Say, folks, at the end, there's nothing I can do about this here. It's the end coming from Paul's side, so I don't know what it is. So sometimes when you have like people coming on, we're far up you are, and you're maybe in like a rural area. It's the internet connection sometimes does affect the sound they're coming across. Yeah. But listen, mate, we'll plunder on. So we'll
yeah.
So for yourself, who would have been like the early influences like for you wanting to sort of learn music?
I suppose the Wolf Tones definitely would have been huge, like for me. Growing up listening to all their songs, and the Dubliners, of course, Luke Kelly and Ronnie Drew and all them, they would definitely be a big part of it too.
Yeah. Tell us. See, actually, we'll play out their first song there before we come on. The Lonely Woods of Upton. Not a lot of bands play that song. I really love that song. So tell us a wee bit about this here. Obviously, you're close to that area, and tell us a wee bit about recording this here song itself.
Yeah. Yeah, it would be very close, as I had a relative killed in the ambush. And,
right. Okay. So what was that there to you? Who was the relative or?
He would have been a distant cousin, but he would have been, you know, my mother would be Falvey from Ballymurphy, so they're the same Falveys. His name would be Bat Falvey.
So he took part in the up ambush then, did he? Aye.
Yeah, he was killed there. He was shot in the head there. He was killed instantly there. He was one of the two lads killed instantly there. The other lad was a Liverpool-born volunteer called Sean Phelan, and that's why, you know, a lot of that would be because there's big marches, you know, in Liverpool to this day.
Yeah.
And the other volunteer was another local lad. He was killed. He was brought to the hospital in Cork, but he's killed a few hours later, a day later. Patrick O'Sullivan from Raheen, just up the road. And another volunteer was Dan O'Mahony from my own townland here, Belrose. He was killed a couple of years after as a result of wounds he received there.
Yeah, I think obviously, especially in Cork, we are the rural areas. I talked a lot to Paul from Clover, Paul Sheeran, and he's always up around there. Them areas, no, like, and I would send like sort of voice notes back and forth to him every other day, and he would say, "I'm passing this ambush site there, and passing this here memorial," and it always seems to be in Cork, know where he is, like whatever. And it's amazing history, like so. It is some of the monuments you have up around there. So it is like.
Yeah, it's nice, and it's good to see there that there was a good few done up there. The one in Crossbarry was done up. that's a big monument. And I've also been involved in doing up another one for Charlie Hurley just over the road in Ballymurphy. He would be an OC of the 3rd Cork Brigade, which is the West Cork Brigade. So it's good to see them all looking well again. Like.
I think they're renovating the Michael Collins one as well now. The where he was shot, isn't it?
They are. I think they're trying to get that all done for the 100th, the centenary there now in August.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's good to see them all being done up. Like.
Yeah, definitely some place that I'd really love to go to one of these days. I've been there once, but it was just actually on a business thing, so we're never actually there. I would love to go and take in a lot of the monuments and do like a wee tour show at some stage. So here, listen, you were playing there in the Rock Bar a while ago. She were in West Belfast here.
We were.
How did you just find that there then, visiting the official Rebel Sundays?
Yeah, we had a great night up there. They were all very nice to us. Vic and Jory, they couldn't have been sounder. So we were delighted, and the night went off very well for us.
It's some trip like a jaunt to head up to Belfast for one gig, like so this. We was doing other ones over the weekend, or?
Yeah, we actually didn't that weekend, but we were trying to get our name up there, so we just said we'd take it. And we've a few coming up now, so we booked in a couple in the same weekend.
Yeah. So listen, we're going to play another song here, obviously of the same album there. Of that first one, we'll play the Up and Ambush. So we're going to play the Bhoys from Commemorations. I love this tune. I think was it Johnny Donegan originally recorded this song? Was it?
Johnny Don, he did record it. He probably does the most known version of it, I would be thinking. But I don't know who originally recorded, but I'd say he definitely is he's the most known version of it, definitely.
For the song. So listen, folks, we'll take a wee break from the interview now from Paul. Say apologies for the crackling, but say it's just I think it's his internet signal coming through, and there's nothing I can do on my end of it. So hopefully you can all still hear what he's saying. So that's the next song we're going to do. We'll just put Paul on mute for a second, and then we'll play the tune. So this is from their first album, the Paddy Boys, and this is the Bhoys from Kilmichael, folks, on Rebel Sundays.
As we gather in song and in story, in memory of Pearson MacBride, whose names are illumined in glory, and martyrs for long since have died. Forget not the boys of Kilmichael, those brave lads so gallant and true, who fought neath the green flag of Erin and conquered the red, white and blue. On the 28th day of November, the Tans left the town of Macroom. They were loaded into Crossley tender, not knowing that they'd meet their doom. They were out on the road to Kilmichael and never expected to stall. But they met with Tom Barry's column, who made a clean sweep of them all. And here's to the boys of Kilmichael, those brave lads so gallant and true, who fought neath the green flag of Erin and conquered the red, white and blue. The sun in the west it was sinking on an eve of a cold winter's day. The Tans, we were eagerly waiting, sailing into the spot where we lay. Then over the hill went the echo, the peal of the rifle and gun, and the flames from the lorries gave tidings, just to show Barry's column had won. And here's to the boys of Kilmichael, those brave lads so gallant and true, who fought neath the green flag of Erin and conquered the red, white and blue. The lorries were ours before twilight and high over Dunmanway town. Our banners in triumph were waving just to show that them tanks had gone down. So we gathered our rifles and bayonets and soon left with grins so obscure. And we never did drink till we halted at the faraway camp of Glenure. And here's to the boys of Kilmichael, those brave lads so gallant and true, who fought beneath the green flag of Erin and conquered the red, white and blue. Forget not the boys of Kilmichael, those brave lads so gallant and true, who fought beneath the green flag of Erin and conquered the red, white and blue.
There we go, folks. The boys of Commemorations there with the Paddy Boys from their first album, folks. See, a lot of people just saying here they love the way licks of that there one there in the up and ambush. They just love the old songs, Paul. It's there's just something about them tunes. Sorry playing all the modern rebel songs, but them songs they're definitely sort of sometimes easier on the ear to listen to. So they're like,
tis lovely to do the old songs, as we do quite a lot of them, but we also do the new ones, like we say the more modern ones, and yeah, it's nice to mix it up, I think, to do songs from the different eras of the struggle, that's what I think.
So, see, actually, regarding the band themselves, then, so, see, when you first started off, so is it John, the other guy, plays with you in the band?
John,
what's correct? Did you two, know each other, or, beforehand, or did you start going to, sort of session? Say, times, the way it happens, people say, oh, we're having a session, going, I'd love to do that myself, and then obviously, we'll start a wee band off. So, what way and then sort of how did the band itself sort of take shape?
I suppose, John's father would be, he'd be our third member of the band, Ned. He's a Laois man. And they are living now, John's mother's a Cork woman. So they're living down here very close to me. And we grew up together, just playing soccer and stuff like that. And Ned, his father would have been very musical. So then John took up the guitar, and maybe a couple of years later, John started showing me my first few chords on the guitar. So that's a good bit of history there, for the band, and we just went from there, and we're still at it now to this day.
Happy days. So obviously, where would have been the band's first gig for you playing, and how was it? A lot of times you talk to people, they're like, "Oh, it was a disaster." I was like, "Well, we forgot the words and all and stuff and all that kind of thing." But obviously, after the first one, we sort of found their feet. So Fusions, where was the first gig you played? Is it in a bar somewhere? Or?
It would have been up in a local bar called the Crossroads Bar in Knockavilla, which is a local bar here to the area. It was a very different, all right, and we had a different mix of songs altogether. We did kind of other songs like Knocking on Heaven's Door and stuff like that, in between them all, and then
right,
yeah, era it was different, and as nearly as everyone's starting off, you improve.
So it's all rebel now, then? That's all you do then, so is it?
All rebels, and we throw in a few ballads as well, we throw in Dirty Old Town and the Galway Girl, the odd one or two, Yeah. But I suppose it would be 80-90% rebel,
So, see, regarding the gigs you do you have any sort of set, residencies? Do you sort of find it hard to sort of get gigs, obviously maybe around your own area, just doing all rebel stuff? What ways does it work for? I know I spoke to a few bands and they go, it's hard, people don't want to bring in, they want to do a bit of the middle of the road stuff and a few sort of country songs and a bit of Irish stuff, but it's hard to get gigs just playing rebel,
Yeah, no, we don't have a problem at all with it, thankfully. They all seem to love it, and they want us back quite a bit, so that's good. We play in the Friars Walk Tavern in Cork City quite a bit, which is a great Republican and Celtic bar. There's some great people in that bar. So, they've been very good to us there, and West Cork has been good. They all love the rebel songs and never had a complaint, so that's good.
What about Cork City itself? I know, there's obviously the bar Connor's involved with her, the Heart Bar, and he would do obviously as much as he can to try and get a lot of the rebel bands in. But is there anywhere else in Cork City itself that he's been playing. I mean, what would Cork City be like itself? The main bit for Rebel stuff.
To be good. As you said, the Harp there would be huge for Rebel music, and then down the road from the Harp, there's the Friars Walk Tavern.
Right.
That's where we play. It's a huge Celtic bar.
Right. So, what sort of gigs? Obviously, we're coming like summertime, a lot of sort of festivals and all and stuff. Do you have any sort of big gigs coming up? Like you want to talk about, or you're booked for, or?
I suppose we're in Letterkenny next week, and we are in Derry next week, and I suppose the Mallow Ballad Fest is coming up. Martin Milan there in Mallow, we're playing there.
Oh yes, that was yes. Actually, look, I was met the MC that one this year there, so was.
Yeah.
Obviously, Miles ended up standing in because I think I took a double booking for my friend's wedding, so it was, and it ended up probably my fault. I hadn't put the sort of booking in both Derrys, and I couldn't go. But obviously, Miles Gaffney's a very gallant replacement. But I hopefully maybe get to it next year. Martin had sort of said they'll definitely try and get up next year. Like it looked like a great wee festival, so it did like.
Yeah, hopefully. I know next year will be my first time there because we weren't there at all last year. But hopefully you'll get there next year now, Rob. You know, it sounds like a very good night down there.
So obviously we're played. We're going to play 3 songs today. If you we played 2 off the first album, and then obviously we're going to play another one. The track you've written yourselves, the Bhoys from Crossbarry. Next, we'll finish off the interview with. So tell us, these 2 albums. When were they sort of released? Is there any plans to maybe do another one, or maybe a live album or something at some stage?
Yeah, I suppose we recorded them 2 albums there. Just a good few years ago. Just in our friend's house, you know, just roughly recorded. We might do get one professionally done now. Done sometime, and maybe a live one, as you said, sometime would be good. Maybe in the Friars Walk Tavern, because there's always kind of good crowd there with the Bertie All Celtic Supporters Club there in the Friars Walk. So, which I'm a member of myself. So to be maybe that might be a nice place to do one. Yeah. You know, so
you're going to be playing in Derry then next week. So I think it's the Derry City Sports and Social Club, is it?
Yeah, we're up with
Anthony's bringing us up.
Yeah, we're up with Anthony there next week. It's a lovely club, and he was showing me the back room there the last time with the function room.
It's a great wee stage and late and also it is like but obviously it's like underground, sort of like a bit of a bunker kind of bar, but it's a lovely spot. So it is like the playing mad crowd, like so it is really they're really into their rebel stuff in there, so hopefully it'll go down well.
It's like a hidden gem.
It is. So is that next Saturday or Sunday? Is there playing?
That's Sunday at 6 o'clock in Derry, and we are in the Wolf Tone at 10 Saturday in Letterkenny. Oh,
you're in the Wolf Tone bar on Letterkenny and Saturday as well. Happy days. That's
yeah.
Haven't been there. I think it was the last time we were there. I think it was the Irish Brigade was on. So, some spots with us to play in. Right, so listen, we're going to finish up now here and play this here. The song that obviously the band wrote themselves is with yourselves, the Boys of Crossbarry. So tell us obviously a wee bit about the history about this song, and obviously what the song is about, and who the guys were.
Yeah. So the Crossbarry Ambush was back in the 19th of March 1921. It was led by General Tom Barry, and it was the 3rd Cork Brigade, West Cork Brigade, who did the ambush. And three volunteers were killed in the ambush itself. There was Scottish-born Peter Monaghan, and then there was Jeremiah O'Leary and Con Daly, both from West Cork. And they had a bagpiper from Bandon by the name of Flower Begley. He played the bagpipes when the British first came into the area from the Bandon side, and that totally startled them. Like the British, the IRA said it was worth about 20 more men for them, like the bagpipes there, because the British were so stunned. And on the morning of the ambush, also just about 2 miles up the road from Crossbarry, in a town called Ballymurphy, the OC of the West Cork Brigade, Charlie Hurley, was recuperating from wounds he received in Upton just a month before it. And he was staying in Ford Safe House in Ballymurphy. And on the morning of the ambush, the British, the Essex Regiment, encircled the safe house where he was staying in, and he shot him as he was trying to run away. So it was a big victory for the IRA that particular day,
Sure.
the ambush itself, and it just showed that how capable they were of the guerrilla warfare, I suppose.
That's some history. I mean, honestly, fair play. There's some detail in their story. Obviously, sometimes you ask some people stuff and they go, yeah, it's about these guys here and they've done that there. But that's, I think you were taking like maybe a tour guide or something, some of these here monuments. You'd be great to be brought around and telling people about these things as you would.
Yeah, a lot of people say that to me. I was contacted recently. There was about a group of maybe 7 or 8 from Glasgow over in Crossbarry. They're over with the Bortial Supporters Club in Cork. So they contacted me. Would I give them a bit of a history tour about West Cork? So it was only a small one. We brought them to my own area, kind of Upton, Crossbarry, and Ballymurphy, which will be all within 5 minutes of each other. So they were saying you should do tours and all that. So maybe sometime, but I'm more than happy if you're ever down, down this way, give me a shout and I'd be delighted to show you around.
Oh, definitely, mate. I really want to do it one of these days. But it's just getting time and stuff to try and.
Of course, I know.
I always said about I'd love to go around and do a lot of them monuments and just do like a wee tour around and just visit some of the sites because there's so much history here, and especially just listening to you talking about that their Crossbarry one particular. It's fascinating, so it is like. So cheers for all the insight, mate. Rich,
and if anyone ever wanted to get a bit of history down there, if they're out this way, just give me a bell. I'd be more than happy to show them around.
You might regret that nice, you might torching you on Facebook. But listen, Paul, mate, thanks for coming on, mate. It's been a great interview, so it has. So
thanks a million.
Paul from the Paddy Boys in West Cork. So say we're playing 2 songs from the first album. So now we're going to play the first song from their second album. This is actually the song that the band recorded themselves and written themselves, called The Boys of Crossbarry. So here we go. So Paul Spillett, thanks, mucker. And I'll hopefully meet you one of these days, like a lot of these people in the interview. Might cross our paths somewhere along the line. So cheers, mate. Much appreciated.
Thank you. Thanks a million, bud. Cheers.
All right, mate. Folks, here we go. So we'll play this here song now. And this is the band's original song. This is The Boys of Crossbarry from the Paddy Boys, folks, from West Cork. This is Rebel Sundays.
As dawn broke early in the morning, Tom Barry got his men into place for an ambush to bring Irish freedom. 1,200 British soldiers they would face, and when they came into Crossbarry and to sight of the gallant IRA, with roars of rifles from the hillside, from the fighting men of the 3rd West Cork Brigade. So remember the boys of Crossbarry, they put the British forces on the run, and were led by General Tom Barry on the 19th of March 21. Then more British troops had arrived there from every town that's nearby, but that column of 104 men, again they shot down from on high. Begley, a gallant man from Bandon, laid his pipes with all of his might to rally our brave volunteers to guarantee they carry the fight. So remember the boys of Crossbarry, they put the British forces on the run, and were led by General Tom Barry on the 19th of March 21. On that fateful day of the ambush, before the fight had begun, the British went to a house in Ballymurphy and shot down a true Irishman. He staggered away from the safe house to save the people inside. Just 2 miles from Crossbarry, Commandant Charlie Hurley put the British forces on the run, and were led by General Tom Barry on the 19th of March 21. A memorable victory in the historic year of 1921, and we remember the volunteers who died there. Their deeds for Ireland were now done. We remember Jeremiah O'Leary, won't forget Cornelius Daly, and likewise the brave Peter Monaghan. They died so Ireland could be free. So remember the boys of Crossbarry. They put the British forces on the run, and were led by General Tom Barry on the 19th of March 21. So it's here's to the boys of Crossbarry. They put the British forces on the run, and were led by General Tom Barry on the 19th of March 21.
Brilliant, there we go, folks. That sounds the Paddy Boys there, you folks, with the boys from Crossbarry, their own song that they're at. So cheers to Paul for calling on the show today. Great interview and a fascinating insight and sort of history all about West Cork. So say if I ever get the opportunity to go to West Cork to go and look at all the monuments and stuff, definitely be giving Paul a shout. So cheers. Yeah, just a few wee comments here about the interview coming on. Let's see. Elton Khan says, yeah, great interview, Paul. I will definitely take you up on one of them tours when down in the Rebel County. Derek Laney, great interview and a sound langer. Well, it's better than being a dirty dub, isn't it, Mick? Martin Heaney says, Paul is a lovely fella. Met him in the Rock. Had a lot of time for the audience. Hope to see them all again soon. Michael Dunphy as well. Well done, Paul, keeping the history of West Cork alive. Obviously, the boys on themselves. Check them out on Facebook, but folks, so it's Paddy Boys. So it's Paddy, BHOIS. You can check out for all their upcoming gigs and stuff. Thanks so much, Ro. Apologies for the signal. That's rural life for you. Listen, Mats, admit. But all I'm saying, it's not my fault this time. Normally it is, but it's not. Obviously, this is just when you're out in the sticks. You're lucky busy getting electric and gas. So you are, without getting bloody internet, a good internet signal as well. So... only joking there, mate. Just a wee bit of a piss take, you know. Right, so Derek was looking for My Last Farewell from Athen Rye. Right, so folks, I want to just clear something up here, right? So a few people had messaged me, a few different bands and singers, maybe more snooping than anything else, right? So, but listen, I'm always somebody that says I live by what I say, and I'm not going to sort of backtrack from it. So last Saturday, right, obviously, so the Druids, as they are now, were doing a tour in America. So they were, and Paddy Johnson, who runs the Irish Music Cafe radio show, put a post up of obviously the Druids, and they were on stage, whatever and stuff. And beforehand, I'd already seen a video of Mick O'Brien in the middle of the crowd singing Sweet Caroline or something, whatever, something cheesy like that there, right? Basically, and I had put a message under the post saying that it's so sad, basically, to see that the band has got like this here, that they basically sold their soul. In my words, what I said was take the American audiences. So my issue was that obviously the Druids as a band went through a massive change. So they did. Changed their music completely. For a band being such a well-known rebel band, that's what everybody knew them for, being a rebel band, nothing else, pure and simple, to then go on to be singing the likes of buddy Dolly Parton, 9 to 5, all this here stuff, Wonderwall, Oasis, and busy Sweet Caroline, all these get country roads and stuff, and cringeworthy stuff for a rebel band to be singing, right? That's my issue. So what I more had said was, if that is the route the band want to go down, well, obviously they changed, they brought a drummer and stuff in, changed their whole layout. If that's the route they want to go down, my issue was to then change your name as a band, call yourself the Fiddly D Fiddlers for all I care. But obviously, to me, your thing was you're conning people, so you are obviously making people think, oh, we're still the Druids, when you're not the Druids. You're not the Druids at all. The Druids everybody knows for being a rebel band. So that's what I put on the post. And obviously Mick then come on himself, and there was a wee bit of back and forth, so there was, of what I had said. And I had said, listen, everything you said in your interview with Paddy Johnson, folks, you can go and watch it. It's on YouTube, so it is, and you'll be able to see for yourself. So there was a question that he asked Mick O'Brien in the interview, and the thing that insulted me, insulted a lot of people as well, was his words were, "We're just sick of singing the same old boring songs time and time again." And obviously singing these songs isn't getting us recognised in America. We're not getting the main headline slots in America. And then what triggered me there was them same old boring songs were basically the songs they were singing about our volunteers. I mean, what's the songs that made them famous. So they were classing them songs as the same old boring songs that weren't going down too well down in America. I mean, how dare you? How dare you, Mick, basically come off something like that? And so say if you're going to want to go and change your band to suit American audiences, well, then change the name of the band and basically go out as something completely different. Perfect example is the lads from Planksty Folk, Fergal and Styx. They were like a sort of folk rebel trad band, and they went out and changed their name to the Peaky Blinders. Now they do all middle of the road stuff, bit of Irish folk stuff, bit of folk stuff, but they've changed their name. They changed their whole layout. They changed the look and the image of the band, and fair play to them, and it's worked for them. But my issue was the Druids didn't do that there, and in my eyes they were conning people. So that's why I put that post up last week under Paddy Johnson. Now, to be honest, I might have had a bit of drink in me, so but listen, I said that what I felt, and I did sort of say, well, listen, I'd be more than happy for you to come on the show, Mick, and debate this here. But then the more I thought about it, I was like, no, I'm not going to let that there happen, son, mate. You know what I mean? So for me, bringing him on the show, it wouldn't do me any good. It wouldn't do them any good. So, and I'm not going to give them any more bloody publicity than they already have, because they've had far too much publicity as a band, the way they're doing it at the minute. So that's why I put the post out on last week, or the comment. I don't know if it's still there or not, whatever, it's been deleted, but there was a few back and forth, and to be honest, I got about 6 or 7 friend requests from people, all different American groups, within 5 minutes of putting that post up, so I did. Probably more snooping than anything. I had a few people PM me going, what's that? What was that all about? And to be honest, every single one of them that's all involved in the rebel music scene all agreed with me 100%. There's a few people text me, mate, 100%, you're nail on the head what you said on there. But obviously, they can't come out and say it there because they would be seen to be slagging off another rebel band. You know what I mean? So I'm not connected to nobody, you know what I mean? So I can say what I want. That's the issue. So I am going to say what I want, and that's just the way I feel. And for a band that I thought, like, I first seen the Druids in Ardoyne, so that I think it was the first time they played the festival. It's actually, that was handed their CD, the Starry Play CD, and I was just blown away on the night by their stage presence. Brilliant band. I says, these guys are going to be one of the best rebel bands coming out of this country, and for many years they were, but then they just went downhill. They took the money. Well, I don't think they're taking much money now, but they're getting all these American tours, getting all these bitty top headline slots, so they are. And is it really worth it to be standing in the middle of a crowd of your adoring American fans singing Sweet Caroline, singing Dolly Parton, singing Oasis Wonderwall? Dead on, not a chance. So listen here, we'll put out during the week there that Damien Quinn's recorded a new song. Obviously, we're with the whole Ange thing. We're waiting on Damien bringing a new tune out. So he was in the studio during the week with a few young ones now. Liam McDonald was with him as well. And some people say, that's a bit cheesy, so it is. But listen, anything sort of Celtic related we're going to play, it is going to be a wee bit cheesy. So here we go. This is Damien Quinn's new song, and it's called Champions Will Never Stop. And this is obviously dedicated to Big Ange and that jumper. So it's Rebel Sundays, folks. We'll have another hour and 15 minutes of the show to go. So get your requests in. Here we go. I'm just going to play this now. There we go.
Me, you've embraced my family, you've embraced this jumper, and I want everyone to enjoy today, enjoy the summer, and we'll come back. Bigger, better, because we never stop.
Champione, champione, our way, our way, our way. Champione, champione, our way, our way, our way. We're champions, we never stop. We're Celtic, we don't give up. Big and G, you will see to that. We're champions, we never stop. We're champions, we never stop. We're Celtic, we don't give up. Big and G, he will see to that. We're champions, we never stop. He comes from land down under. We welcome Angie and his jumper. To lead the boys, it was no wonder. In Celtic Park, you can hear the thunder. In Celtic Park, you can hear the thunder. Let's all hear the thunder. Let's all hear the thunder. Let's all hear the thunder. Champione, champione, our way, our way, our way. Champione, champione, our way, our way, our way. We're champions, we never stop. We're Celtic, we don't give up. Big and G, you'll see to that. We're champions, we never stop. We're champions, we never stop. We're Celtic, we don't give up. Big and G, you'll see to that. We're champions, we never stop. He comes from a land down under. We welcome Angie and his jumper. To lead the boys, it was no wonder. In Celtic Park, you can hear the thunder. In Celtic Park, you can hear the thunder.
Yes, Damien Quinn's new song review, folks. It's a wee bit cheesy, but listen, it's a Celtic song. Fair play to. Is that for Terry? Actually, is she on today? I haven't seen her. She's on today. So there's Damien Quinn, folks, with his new tune, Champions We Never Stop. And it's all obviously in honour of Big Ange and that jumper there, folks. And say his whole thing is we never stop. And he is just telling us all next season, just look out. And it was great this week to see that Harry Keel has been added to Ange's background team as the first team coach. So that made me bring bit of extra added odds to the team. But looking forward to see what's going to happen there. Right, folks. So a few more people just jumping on here. So if you are watching the stream on Facebook, folks have just jumped on, please share the stream for me. We haven't been cut off yet, which is strange. We think we're doing a Wolfhounds song in or another Ice Brigade song and see how we can stretch it today. So we'll see what happens. Right, so this is another guy who's going to be playing at the big weekend in at the Derry City Sports and Social Club, folks, on Friday the 19th and Sunday the 21st of August, folks. So keep looking out for all my social media for the next couple of days for the main flyer and poster. Really looking forward to being involved in this event, folks. Here we go.
Marching down Sackville Street with the starry plum on high. Here comes the citizens' army with its fist raised to the sky. Leading them is a mighty man with a mad rage in his eye. My name is James Connolly and I didn't come here to die. To fight for the rights of the working class, the small farmer too. To protect the proletariat from the bosses and the screws. Hold on to your rifles, boys, don't give up the dream of a republic for the working class economy. Liberty. The chant goes of all citizens, the system is a curse. An English boss a monster and an Irish one even worse. They'll never lock us out again, and here's the reason why. My name is James Connolly and I didn't come here to die. To fight for for the rights of the working class, the small farmer too, to protect the proletariat from the bosses and the screws. Hold on to your rifles, boys, don't give up the dream of a republic for the working class, economy, liberty. Over in the GP, over the bullets whizzing by, Pearson, Sean McDermott, bidding each other goodbye. Up steps our citizens' leader with his fist raised to the sky. My name it is James Connolly, and I didn't come here to die, but to fight for the rights of the working class, the small farmer too, to protect the proletariat from the bosses and the screws. Hold on to your rifles, boys, don't give up the dream of a republic for the working class, economy, liberty. We fought them to a standstill as flames lit up the night. Then a bullet pierced our leader, then we gave up the fight. They shot him in Kilmainham jail, they'll never stop his cry. My name it is James Connolly, and I didn't come here to die, but to fight for the rights of the working class, the small farmer too, to protect the proletariat from the bosses and the screws. Hold on to your rifles, boys, don't give up the dream of a republic for the working class, economy, liberty.
Yeah, so the brilliant Gary Ogre of you folks with Irish Citizen Army, James Connolly, the ICA, and that is another one of the acts going to be playing at the Derry City Sports Social Club, folks, on the big weekend on the 19th and 21st of August, alongside myself and a few others. So just look out for all the social media pages, folks, over the next couple of days. Hopefully Anthony will be releasing the flyer very soon that all the bands will be playing. So it'll be a cracking weekend. So if you're in Derry, get yourself on the Friday or Saturday, or hopefully both nights. I'm looking forward to being up there myself. Right, so let's see. A few comments, so you'll have tuned in today. Here we go. So Terry seems to be down a bit. She'll be a bit fragile today. Kieran says, going to listen to Paddy Mangan and Fran O'Mara of the Druids tonight in GA Clubwell ex-Druids. Looking forward to a few rebs on live. Yep, listen, if you're going to get to see Paddy Mangan live, fair play to you. It's going to be a great gig. He's just doing what he's doing there, and he's just floating about with a few other bands, whatever, and stuff, and he's loving life. Mick Donnelly says, yep, sad the way the Druids have went. Class rebel band at one time, which, folks, seems to be everything that I'm being told by everybody that asked me about what I said last week. When I explained to them why I sort of said what I said, they're all going, well, yep, definitely, it's that's the way they are. I totally agree with you. But I said, there's a few people that from other bands and singers on the road that can't say that they're the way they feel, because obviously they'll be seen to be having an attack on another band, which they can't do, you know. So, yeah. Right, so we're going to do a song next here now from Stefan, who we had on the show a few weeks ago. So we did. So if any has seen his live feed during the week, he's been trying to get his album on Spotify for the last couple of weeks, but he's having issues with uploading, and he seems to think there's just a bit of something against him. They're asking for all sorts of crazy stuff that other bands and singers don't be asked for when they're trying to put it on Spotify. So, if you didn't hear his interview with me, the album itself is going to be going on maybe CD and USB once he gets back from America. So he's heading off to America tomorrow. So he is, or maybe he's heading off today. I think his first gig could maybe be tomorrow. But yeah, so he is. I'm the only one that has the album, which is great. So I told him I was going to play a few of the songs over the next few weeks with it. So here's actually the first song from the album. It's called Darky Hughes. It's a great song all about the dark. Brenton Hughes, folks, legendary dark Brenton Hughes. So this is a song called Darky Hughes, folks, from Stefan's upcoming album, Rebel Heart. So say it's not released anywhere yet. It's going to be on Spotify once they finally get their act together and let him upload his tunes on the album. So until now, I'm the only one, folks, that can play anything from the album. So very, very pleased at the minute. So this is Stefan, folks, from West Belfast with his great tune from his album Rebel Heart, and this is Darky Hughes.
Well, 'twas 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 Oh, darky dear, we used to hear you talk of days gone by, of the awful cost and the friends you lost, why they chose to die. I heard of hell in a head's block cell, all the things they put you through. Please tell us why, before you die, why you did them things you do. Oh son, I fought for freedom and the dignity of man, for a land that we could carve from stone and a destiny we'd planned. I put my faith in comrades first and leaders only then, and the dogs we rose from the devil streets like gods and fighting men. We lashed out at the enemy on those rainy Belfast streets. We suffered too, we lost our best, but we learned from our defeats. With bombs we changed the Belfast maps, for we knew no other route. And when those English coffins passed like comets we salute. Oh, they came for me one morning and they battered me in rage. They kicked me round those narrow streets, then they dragged me to their cage, where I lived with Tommy Tolan and the gallant Bobby Sands. We dreamt of Irish freedom, there we'd sing and make our plans. Oh, birdie, 1 year later I escaped into the night. I didn't lie low on the run, sure I had a hard fate. I lived in leafy suburbs where the enemy pleased well, and early one morning I arose and gave them hell. Oh, haunted night and morning I was captured once again, and sentenced to the hitch blocks I returned to tortured men, and labelled now as gangsters by the servants of the crown. We wrapped ourselves in blankets and prepared to face them down. You never feel the pain that we went through, freezing cold in our own ways. We were battered black and blue. I heard brave men cry out to God, sure I held them as they cried, and I felt my heart burst out my skin as our hunger strikers died. But when my war was over, I returned to Devil's Tower, and it hurt to see my comrades change in their struggle to take part. Instead I worked on a building site for £100 a week, and I asked myself, what was it all for if my neighbours were still me? Now son, I leave you with this thought, and I'll pass into the night.
I hope you know I done my best. I did what I thought was right. And I hope that God will understand what I did was wrong. Stay true to ye, the Republic, to forget me and move on. Stay true to ye, the Republic, to forget me and move on.
Yeah, fantastic there, folks. There's Stefan there, Stephen or Steofan, what do we want to call him? There's lots of people pronounce his name differently, but he's probably the best singer to come out of West Belfast for such a long time. So that's from his upcoming debut album, Rebel Heart there, folks. You've seen I had on the screen there the wee clip for it. So say he's trying to get on Spotify, but at the minute he's had a bit of bother. So I say I'm the only one who can play his music, which is fantastic. So cheers for trust me out there, mate. And good luck on your tour of America. I was speaking to him the town yesterday, and I know he's really looking forward to getting away. Just scrolling through Facebook there, and I seen a wee post from Aidan Brown there and Paddy Brown's. I had to have a wee chuckle. He wrote, a few new customers at the pub keep asking me, am I the mad fella that runs a Facebook page? I would rather be referred to as a social media guru and marketing genius who amassed over 60,000 followers online organically and has got his small Dublin pub and featured on national newspapers and national radio more times than I care to remember. There you go. Obviously, Aidan will get a bit of grief for some of his outbursts that he maybe have on the page, and some people don't like it. But listen, that's why his pub is so popular, and that's why he has 60,000 followers on his page. So fair play, Aidan, you legend, you. Bit of crack. Right, let's see. Bit of comments. So we'll have Michael Bolton. What is crack, Mick? How you doing? Ro, also, could you wish the Gortamona young guns good luck for this Saturday coming playing in the Field under 15? Yes, I was speaking to Lisa there a couple of weeks with your sister, mate. Fair play to all young girls there. And they're lucky getting there. And the Antrim County Board need to hang their head in shame. They weren't even going to let them go in the first place. But thankfully they've seen sense and entered them into the field. So fair play. Mick, honestly, I think if there's one man that works more than me, and that's an understatement, it's you. So it is. We'd love that we go and see heading to the Sloans tonight to see the Queen of Irish Rebel Music, Emer Clackin, but had the bloody work. Obviously, Kieran had said it on as well, but I hope I'm going to be heading to Rebel Sundays today, Father's Day. Mate, not today, I'm going out for dinner here after the show, but I'm working in the morning, so there's no way I can do Rebel Sundays when I'm working the next day, so I can't, but not a chance. I don't know when I'll be getting to go the Rebel Sundays game, we'll see what happens. Elton, just talking about Stefan, yeah, was at him and Nancy's last Sunday, brilliant. Valerie says, yeah, Aidan, lovely lad and a great pub. There we go, per Rob. So it looks like Terry's going to be feeding her man cornflakes this afternoon. She must be really down then, so she must be, if she can't even make her man a dinner on a Sunday. What's going on there? Steve there says, over in Germany, yeah, Stefan's voice, very impressive. The album is definitely on my to-order list. Right, somebody had asked me to play Freedom's Walk. So I'm just going to look back here and see who it was that asked for it. Let's see if we can find the comment before somebody pops up again. Yes, Carl, we're going to play My Old Man's Provo as well very, very soon, don't worry. Right, I may have missed that there. Comment who was asking for Freedom's Walk. Who was it? Don't know. Here. Right, so this is we'll go Kathleen Loggy on the Flank album from The Price of Justice. Brilliant tune this year. We always love to be with a Kathleen on the show. Woman is a legend. Who was Kathleen Loggy and the Flank column with Freedom's Walk, folks, on Rebel Sundays. We're into the last hour, or maybe the last hour of the day's show. Here we go for you.
Struggle has begun. The people are together. We shall be free in this land, our homeland, our own democracy. Come all you lads and lassies, rally to our cause. together, walk hand in hand, and ring the bell of justice over all the land. All the world is waiting, watching you and me in this land, our homeland, our own democracy. Come all you lads and lassies, rally to our cause and seek the abolition of those old-fashioned laws. Let us open every eye, let the people see what this land, our homeland, means to you and me. How far must we travel till our journey's done? How long must we struggle till the fight is won? May we live in peace again. May we live to see this land of ours, our homeland, a true democracy. Come all you lads and lassies, rally to our cause and seek the abolition of those old-fashioned laws. Let us open every eye, let the people see what this land, our homeland, means to you and me.
There you go, so the sound of Kathleen Largy and the Flan Colmer with Freedom Walk. This is Rebel Sundays, folks, on the Rebel podcast with myself, Big Ro, the 4 o'clock this afternoon. So keep getting your requests in, folks. It's all about using today, as it is every week. I have, like, in case people think I have like a playlist, I don't. I know certain shows, they set all their songs out, what they're going to play over the 2 hours or 3 hours. I don't do that there. But see, this show is all about using, but the songs you want. Obviously, I will pick songs out of my head or the laptop, certain ones I want to do. But it's all about the requests. I think 90% of the show, the songs played here, are ones using's asked for. So get the requests in, folks, and we'll get them on before 4 o'clock today. Say, I was meant to be going. A few people asked, I thought you were going on TikTok to do this live. I say, I did try it. That's why I was about 5 minutes late starting up. I was trying to start the live stream on it, but to get the audio feed working, basically 2 outputs, you can't do it. You can only do it sort of one. So it was either do it live on TikTok or live on the main StreamYard feed. And obviously I'm not going to compromise that third one just for the TikTok. So I'll say I'll upload a wee video here while this next song's playing. So I'll just let people know what the crack is for today's show. So I say it is Father's Day, folks. You've all been wishing you're bringing your Father's Day requests in and stuff and all there. So I'm going to do a song here from my dad, Kevin, on Father's Day. I don't know. I think they are still listening downstairs. So I know it's a tune he loves. Really old song, very very crackly. This here song. So it's a song from Prentice McArt called "The Crappy Boy." So for my dad, Kevin, and all the rest of you out there, this is a Happy Father's Day, and this one's spicy for you. Yeah.
Was early on a day in the spring, and the birds did whistle and sweetly sing. Chin chin their nose from a tree to tree, and the song that they sang was old Ireland free. As I went down the Wexford Street, my own cousin there I chanced to meet, and my own my life away. The old they marched me through the town to a scaffold where they all stood around, and my own father did me deny, and the redcoats called me the crappie boy. And on the scaffold he stood alone. There was none there to call him their own. But his sister Mary kissed him goodbye, and she shed a tear for the crappie boy. Farewell, mother and father too. Farewell, Mary, with your heart so true. And a brother Willie who works alone, turning the pike heads on the grinding stone. As I went down Wexford Hill, who could blame me but to cry my fill? The birds they sang of Ireland free, and my brother's wings from the gallows tree. I cursed the orange and I cursed the blue, I cursed the purple and the clergy too. For brother Willie now work alone, turning the pike heads on the grinding stone.
And 10 years before I saw the light of morn, a comradeship of heroes was laid. From every corner of the world came sailing the 15th International Brigade. They came to stand beside the Spanish people to try and stem the rising fascist tide. Franco's allies were the powerful and wealthy. Frank Ryan's came from the other side. Even the olives were bleeding as the battle for Madrid had thundered on, to root and love against the force of evil, brotherhood against the fascist law. Viva la Quinta Brigada, no passer on the pledge that made him fight. Adelante is the crier on the hillside. Let us remember them tonight. Bob Hillard was the Church of Ireland pastor. From Killarney across the Pyrenees he came. From Derry came a brave young Christian brother. Side by side they fought and died in Spain. And Tommy Woods at 17 died in Cordoba. With the Vienna he learned to hold the gun. From Dublin to the Via del Rio, where they fought and died beneath the Spanish sun. Viva la Quinta Brigada, no pass around the pledge that made him fight. Adelante is the crier of the hillside. Let us remember that tonight. When the Irishman heard the call of Franco, joined Hitler and Mussolini too. The propaganda from the pulpit and newspapers have done dummies to gather up its crew. And the word came from the church to support the Nazis. Then at last they failed again. The bishops blessed the blue shirts down in Galway as they sailed beneath the swastika to Spain. Viva the Quinta Brigada! No passer on the pledge that made a fight. Adelante is the crier of the hillside. Let us remember them. And this song is a tribute to Frank Riley, Fitz Conway and Vinnie Cody too, Peter Daly, Charlie Regan and Hugh Bonner. So many died and but never few. Danny Boyle, Leslie Brown and Charlie Dunphy, Liam Tomlinson and Jim Straney from Shortstrand, Jack Nelty, Tommy Patton and Frank Conroy, Jim Foley, Tony Fox and Dick O'Neill. Viva la Quinta Brigada! No passer on the pledge that made fight. Adelante is the crier of the hillside. Let us remember them tonight. Viva la Quinta Brigada! Let us remember them tonight. Viva la Quinta Brigada! Let us remember them tonight.
Yeah, it's a sort of Viva La Quinta Brigada there for you. From the legendary Christy Moore folks live in the Barrowlands in Glasgow. And before there we had the Crappy Boy by Prentice McArtin say, we'll do both them songs there for my dad Kevin on Father's Day. And also Liam Hall as well, who's listening with Maria, my father-in-law Liam. So a couple of tunes there for you on Father's Day, folks. Hope you all have a good Father's Day. We're here at 4 o'clock today. I'm going out for a meal after this here, so I'm down to the Glen Owen actually. So hopefully it's been a lot better from the last time. I think the last time we were down there it was 1 star or something. But as far as I know, there's new owners and all that took over it, and it's a bit of top notch. So hopefully it'll be a nice afternoon. Marty had said on about I should phone in sick, so I should obviously head to the Rock and say, listen, mate, see when you're a celebrity like I am, and not many people know you, I can't just phone in sick. So I think my boss is just, he probably watched this show half the time as well, for me just to do this and then phone in sick tomorrow, but no. And obviously I'm only joking about being a celebrity, folks, but bit of tongue in cheek there. Right, so James Devin McClave had asked for, he was looking for the Broad Black Brimmer. We'll go do it there next for you. So Maura is away. Maura, thanks very much for tuning in. Way back in there over in Republican Coatbridge, legendary town, wee village where it is there over in Scotland. So yep, fair play to you. Cheers, missus, for tuning in this afternoon. Right, folks, any more requests, any more shout-outs you have, get them in before 4 o'clock. So for James one, this is for you. We're not going to play the Wolf Tones version. I'm going to do this one from Chris from Erin Bra, Chris Carney. It's recorded live in Potter Browns in Dublin. Great version of this. So here we go. For James, he was looking for the Broad Black Brimmer. This is from Chris Carney on Rebel Sundays.
If you have any requests, folks, to get them up to me as soon as you can. This is a song called The Broad Black Brimmer. Oh, there's a uniform that's hanging in what's known as Father's Run. The uniform's so simple in its style, well, it's got the red of gold notes in their hand with feathered plume. Yet me mother has preserved it all the while. One day she made me try it on the way she might for years, just in memory of your father, since she said. And as she placed the sharp blush, she smiled through the tears. As she placed the Broadway pillar on my head. It's just a broad-black brimmer, but through the straight torn by the careless wish of many's a meant to breeze. An old trench coat that's upon us seen the morn, the boots is almost upper at the knees. A sunburn belt with a buckle big and strong, a holster that's been empty many a day, but not for long. The neck in mine was freedom, the one she just to leave them aware the problem I remember of the IRA. It was uniform he wore me by me father long ago, when he reached me mother's homestead on the run. It was uniform he father wore and an old church below, the father Maggie blessed the pair as one. Up the twisted tree and the parting of the ways, he worked when he marched with the rest and the best. And as the Boys went down the midst of the breaks, the place of Broadway pillar on his chest. It's just a problem like forever, but they're in the street torn by the careless wish of many's about to breeze. An old trench coat that's a palisade of board that reaches almost upper at the knees. Sunburn belts with the buckle big and strong, a holster that's been empty many a day. The metal iron is freedom, the one she just to lean them aware the broad black member of the IRA. And the metal iron is freedom, the one she just to lean them aware the broad black member of the IRA.
Yes, in the bowl, Chris Carney here, folks. I live in Dublin with a broad black brimmer. Especially for James Devin McClave, that one for you. Carlan just got the claws out there. Meow! It's just, obviously, a few requests now coming through. I see. So, Marley first, he says, can you play Kitty Daly, Derek and the Young Wolf tunes for Elaine? Don't ask for nice lady, blah, blah. Listen, I'm not playing that song there. No offence to Elaine, but that was too fiddly deep for me, and I hate that song. So I do. So I'm very sorry. Put me another request, and I'll play it. I'm not going to play their song on the show. So I'm just being blunt. So very sorry. But listen, give us no request for Elaine, and I'll play it for you. Not a problem. But definitely not that Kitty Daly. It's far too fiddly diddly dee for me. So it is. And country, I have some kind of reputation to keep on this show, you know. Yeah. So Carlan, she bit back there with meow. I've been waiting 2.5 hours for my old man's approval. Get back in line. She didn't like that at all. And Carlan, you wouldn't have knew that I have my old man lined up to play next, but I mightn't play it now just because of your cheek. You know. Kieran says, I won't be annoying you for requests for the next 5 Sundays as I'll be in Crook Park for all of them. Listen, I'm going to play your Shanna Golden as well, Kieran, very soon. I'll have that lined up just because it's a great tune, so it is. Please play my song before call. What song were you looking for, Terry? I'll have to jump back here now and see. What one were you looking for? Let's see. I don't. Let me know again, please. What song you? But listen, as Carlan, as a valued listener of the show, I don't want to risk her crying, you know. But probably the best song we can play today is My Old Man's Provo, because it is Father's Day. So at risk of being kicked off by Facebook police, this one probably definitely will get us kicked off Facebook. Terry, Plastic Bullets, yes, okay, right. I'll get that on as well. There we go. You see, I knew it was in there somewhere. Okay, you pick one. Your reputation will be fine. Yeah. Right, here we go. So, Carl, this one's spicy for you. This is the Irish Brigade, recorded live in Dublin many moons ago. A great live album. So, this is My Old Man's Provo. So, this one's spicy for you, Carl. And say, on Father's Day, probably is the best song we can play today. So, here we go. This one's for you. And I say, if it doesn't cut off Facebook, you have been warned. You should it on YouTube listening. So, if it cuts off Facebook, we'll start a new stream up. But hopefully not. But I say, I was a betting man. I'll be putting betting on just after the song finishes, we'll be cut off. Here we go.
More recent song this time. This is one I sort of changed the words to somewhere along the line. A song called My Old Man. My old man's a Provo. Well, my old man's a Provo. berry and the gun. I haven't seen him lately, he's always on the run. He looks so really trendy in his shades and the embers. Popular and all other in ties and shirts and suit. Well, the Brits and police harass me each time when I go out. They ask me if I've seen my dad and if he's been about. I say, mind your own business, just leave me alone. You sure are only jealous if no father's of your own. Well, my old man, the pogo, the berry and the gun. I haven't seen him lately, he's always on the run. He looks so really trendy in his shades and DM boots. Barcooler and those other dads in ties and shirts and suits. On RTV the other night, a cop came on to say, give us information about the IRA. He showed a Provo unit on security TV. I know one was me daddy, but he stopped and waved at me. Well, my old man, the Provo, with a berry and a gun. I haven't seen him lately, he's always on the run. He looks so really trendy in his shades and DM boots. Barcooler and those other dads in ties and shirts and suits. At Christmas time it's lonely when daddy's not at home. The Brits are watching everywhere, they've even tapped our phone. Last Christmas Eve they staked out all our windows and our doors. When climbing down the chimney came a Provo Santa Claus. Oh, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to join provisional IRA. Oh, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to join provisional IRA. Well, my old man, the Provo, with a berry and a gun. I haven't seen him lately, he's always on the run. He looks so really trendy in his shades and the boots. I could have in ties and shirts and suits. My dad has got me worried, I think he's going soft. There's half a ton of fertilizer stowed up in our loft. Are you gonna be a farmer, Dad? I asked him just for fun. He said, don't be a need you, pass a coffee grinder, son. Well, my old man's a polo with a berry and a gun. I haven't seen him lately, he's always on the run. He looks so really trendy in his shades and the boots. Barcooler and those other dads in ties and shirts and suits. My daddy's up in long cash now, and it's just not right. I'll say a special prayer for him when I go to bed tonight. The day it was his birthday, I sent him in a cake. There was Semtex and the candles, he'll be out before I wake. Well, my old man, the Provo, the berry and the gun. I haven't seen him lately, he's always on the run. He looks so really trendy, with shades and the embers. Barcooler and those other dads. Well, now the guns are silent and the fighting all will cease. And just like all those other dads, my dad will be released. But the Brits, they want a guarantee that he will keep the peace. So they're making him a sergeant in the IRA police. Well, my old man, the Provo, with a berry and a gun. I haven't seen him lately, he's always on the run. He looks so really trendy in his shades and DM boots. Barcooler than those other dads in ties and shirts and suits. Barcooler than those other dads in ties and shirts and suits.
My old man! Jerry Clacken, the Don, the legend himself there with my old man's Provo. And I'm just waiting for this little thing to pop up and go boom. You've been cut off Facebook. Maybe not today. Maybe Mark Zuckerberg is a father himself, and he's letting us have the show on today without any interruptions. We'll see. But here, so I've had an Irish Brigade song, I've had a Wolfhound song on, two Irish Brigade songs on without being cut off. So we'll see what happens now. Right. So that was for Carlan, who was doing a bit of moaning there. So I had to get it on for, had to keep all the troops happy. So I have. Right. Let's see. What else? Mick, what the hell's that there? The fan. Mick Donnelly, shot to kill, you mean shoot to kill by Rebel Hearts if you can, Ro. Anthony Murphy says, hi, Ro, can you please play Near to the Hill for Banto and Scarborough? Let's see. Sharon Donnelly, hi, Ro, can you wish my hubby a happy Father's Day and please play his favourite song, The Two Brentons? Thanks. Now, talking to the Two Brentons, maybe this guy, he's watching the day. He does watch the show. I was in work earlier the other day, and a guy pulled me down in the docks. He's another foul lorry driver, and I just come to the office. Never met this guy before in my life, and he goes, "Oh, you gonna stick on the two Brentons or what?" And I was like, "What? What do you mean?" And he says, "Yeah, you know what the crack is going." He says, "Go and play the two Brentons, lad." And I think he mumbled something like, "I love the show" or something. So I didn't get his name, but cheers for tuning in, whoever you are, mate. It's great to see. He did sound he had a bit of a South Armagh accent, so he did, to be honest. So we'll play the two Brentons very soon in the next maybe 10 or 15 minutes. I'll get it lined up so well. So yeah, right. So cheers to Sharon for tuning in. We'll get that on for you some stage this afternoon today. So we'll. James and Mum was looking skating. Listen, I played Scapegoats last week, mate. So that's do I play it again today? Right, what we'll go do next? We'll go do a song here now for Kieran, who asked this one. So he was looking for Shanna Golden, great Limerick song, this one. So the version I'm going to play is from the very first Notes from Derry album. I was going to say Alban McGuinness there. Sorry, Alban, for associating you with your boy from the Stoops. Definitely not. So this is Shanna Golden from the very, very first Notes from Derry album. Obviously the other two followed, two great cracking albums as well. This is from Alban Norby, of course. The proprietor of Lizzie O'Farrell's great bar there in Waterloo Street in Derry. So this one was for Kieran, who asked for it on. So this is Rebel Sundays, folks, and this is Shanna Golden by Alban Norby from the very, very first Notes from Derry album from Ronan McDonald and all the rest of the guys. A fantastic 3 albums. Here we go.
Are calling soft to me. The smell of scented heather brings me to memories. The wild and lonely eagle up in the summer sky lies high o'er Shanna Golden, where my young Willie dies. Do you remember, darling, we walked the moonlit road? I held you in my arms and I never let you go. Our hands, they were entwined, my love, all in the pale moonlight, by the fields of Shanna Golden, on a lonely winter's night. Then came the call to arms, my love, and the hills, they were aflame. Down from the silent mountains, the Saxon strangers came. I held you in my arms, and my young heart wild with fear, by the fields of Shanna Golden, in the springing of the year. And you fought them, darling Willie, all through the summer days. I heard the rifles firing in the mountains far away. I held you in my arms and your blood ran free and bright, and you died
In 1973, the British Army introduced a non-lethal projectile into the north of Ireland. 17 people have now been murdered by this non-lethal projectile, 7 of whom are innocent children. Robin Dunwoody has wrote this song in memory of 2 of the young children who were murdered when returning from the shops with groceries for their family, friends and neighbours. No British soldier or organisation has ever been charged with the brutal murder of these 2 young children. Alan Kelly, 12 years of age. Julia Stone, 14 years of age. On Belfast streets, I've heard it said, they're shooting little children dead, taking lives hardly begun, plastic bullets from their guns. We won't be kept down easy. We will not be still. We won't be kept down easy. After all, you're maimed and killed. Young Caroline, 12 years of age, shut down by Brits in a bloody rage. Julie Livingstone as well fell victim to their plastic hell. We won't be kept down easy. We will not be still. We won't be kept down easy. After all, you're maimed and killed. They tried to drag us from our streets by taking lives too young and sweet. Do they not know will not be beat? Their violence is their own defeat. We won't be kept down easy. We will not be still. We won't be kept down easy. After all, you're maimed and killed. They try to make us toe their line by using every type of crime. But freedom won't be terrorized, nor freedom struggle criminalized. We won't be kept down easy. We will not be still. We won't be kept down easy. After all, you're maimed and killed. In Belfast streets, I've heard it said, they're shooting little children dead. They're taking lives hardly begun with plastic bullets from their guns. We won't be kept down easy. We will not be still. We won't be kept down easy. After all, you're maimed and killed.
We won't be kept down easy. We will not be still. We won't be kept down easy. After all, you've maimed and killed.
Yeah, Marty Higgins there, folks, here. With
maimed and killed.
sort of plastic bullets there in memory of Caroline Kelly and Julie Livingstone from Landon here, folks. Great version of that song. It also features on my album, folks, Rep for Hope, so it does. Yeah, so we'll have another, I think we'll get another 3 songs on today. There's a few here I might fit in, so if I don't, my apologies, folks. Let's see, Tony Lochran says, hi Ro, any chance of playing My Last Farewell? Now, after has been asked for about 3 or 4 times today, so I'm going to try and fit this one in as well. Any chance of playing My Last Farewell? Looking forward to the show in the Rock in December when we come over. All the best from Blackpool. Keep it going. Great show. Good man yourself. Much appreciated, mate. Be great to see us over in Blackpool, over from Blackpool for the gig in December. Folks, so just put the flyer up again here for anybody that's going to be interested in looking tickets or whatever for the gig in December at the Rock Bar. Sure, go just take the banner off so we can see. Yeah, so this is the end of year fans party. Obviously, it's not the big fans gathering what we're hoping and praying for what's going to happen, but obviously the Balmoral Hotel had other ideas there and it can't go ahead. So this is the next best thing, unfortunately. So well, unfortunately, we're still getting the gig. So it's going to be in the world famous Rock Bar, folks, on Saturday the 3rd of December upstairs, featuring Clover coming all the way from County Limerick. So they are. So it'll be great to see Paddy Mangan on stage with the band that night as well. So they're going to have the full 4-piece. So Clover, and they'll also be launching their live CD. It was recorded last year at the Big Fans Gathering in the PD Club, live in Belfast. That'll be getting launched on that night as well. So you want to get yourself a copy of the CD, it'll be on sale that night, folks, live at the Rock. So tickets are only £10, and I'll also be DJing as well throughout the night, so you'll be able to see myself on stage maybe a bit longer than we had in the PD last year. So yeah, looking forward to doing that. So I'll be on full live show from Clover plus myself. Doors open 8 o'clock, folks, right through to 1 o'clock. Tickets are only £10, so they are. So if you want to go to the gig, want to see as many of the fans and support of the show as possible. Now I know there is a few you can't go that were originally planning on going to the Big Fans Gathering, but obviously since we had cancelled it, I've since made other plans for that weekend, and now the gig is going ahead. They're saying they can't go, so that's not a problem, but hopefully see a lot of you there. Tickets are £10, folks, on 8 to 1 on Saturday the 3rd of December. And if you're still about, we're going to be doing the official live podcast the next day. So we are. So there's from 1 p.m. to 5 p.m. live upstairs in the Rock Bar with myself, Ro, folks, and also hopefully Clover will be sticking around. We're going to be doing a few songs for us, and maybe a few other singers as well. We'll see what happens. So yeah, that's going to be, and that's a free admission. So that's upstairs. We're going to do a live podcast the next day after the official fans party on the Saturday evening, folks. So hopefully see a few of that. Tickets are £10, and if you want to buy tickets, folks, you can go to rebelpodcast.bigcartel.com or just send me a wee PM to any of the pages and I'll point you in the right direction how to get tickets. If you want to pay cash, you can. You don't have to come. You don't have to buy them online. I'll arrange a cash collection or a delivery, whatever you want. But I want to see you all there, so make sure you make an effort to get to the gig, folks. It's going to be a great night. Right, so for Sharon, who asked earlier on, looking for a song for her husband, his favourite tune was Two Brentons. So obviously, we'll go do this as well for the guy who bumped in the docks during the week. Hopefully, he's listening to the show today. This one's for you as well, mate. So cheers for the wee comment. It's much appreciated. Cheers for tuning in. So we'll go to the version from Finnan from Cross McGlen. And again, thinking of Big Jammy, who passed away there, folks, over a month ago. I know that the boys haven't been out playing since. So I know John is over in Portugal at the minute watching the show today. So cheers, John, and his good lady for tuning in. Had a laugh time at your story during the week about the chicken fillets. Was very, very funny. One lucky bird got 2 chicken fillets there in Cross McGlen for its dinner. So I'll teach you for leading them out the window. So well, here we go. So this is the sound of Finnan, folks, from their album Patriotic Flame. And this is this brilliant tune, their version of the Two Brentons on Rebel Sundays.
I'll tell the tale of gallant men who in the hills round Cross McGlen became a living legend in their day. All their daring deeds in freedom's fight shone like a beacon in the night, where Harvey and McVerry showed the way. Oh, a song can bring them back again, or heal the wounds, or soothe the pain. A song can only keep alive their names of gallant women and of men, their lives consumed in freedom's flame. And we owe that much to Molly and to Burns. A ball of smoke rose o'er the land, cruel fate had played its hand to Brendan's would have chose no other way. Oh, they died the way they want to go, in action against the British foe. They lived and died to serve the IRA. A song can bring them back again, or heal the wounds, or soothe the pain. A song can only keep alive their names of gallant women and of men, their lives consumed in freedom's flame. And we owe that much to Molly and to Burns. In Crossmaglen and Colleville, we keep alive their memories still. In Silverbridge, we speak their names with pride. And from Darcy down to Katy Town, through generations we'll pass down their exploits and the cause for which they died. A song can bring them back again, or heal the wounds, or soothe the pain. A song can only keep alive their names of gallant women and of men, their lives consumed in freedom's flame. And we owe that much to Molly and to Burns. We're a special kind of people here. We breed defiance, never fear. And we'll still be here when the tide against England turns. Oh, for in our hearts we know we're right, and we never will give up the fight. And we owe that much to Molly and to Burns. A song can bring them back again, or heal the wounds, or soothe the pain. A song can only keep alive their names of gallant women and of men, their lives consumed in freedom's flame. And we owe that much to Molly and to Burns. We salute you, Brendan Molly and Brendan Burns.
Yeah, so in a Finnan there, of you folks, again, in memory of Big Jemmy, who passed away, the bass player from Finnan, a while ago there. So that one there was for Sharon, who asked for it for her husband today on Father's Day. So not a problem. We're getting in the last couple of songs. I cannot really stay much longer today because I'm heading out for a meal at 5 o'clock. So I want a bit of a few things to do before we go. So thanks for all the lovely messages today, folks. Again, if you enjoyed the show, if you're enjoying it every week, please drop us a wee tip or donation. Much appreciated. You can see the two barcodes or QR codes on my right hand side for PayPal and Revolut. Just scan money in if you can, or send it to straight to the link is paypal.me/DJ Row Show or revolut.me/DJ Row Show. And there is a few people every week that send me a donation through like a bank transfer as well. So cheers to all you. You know who you are. The show would be running as without you. So thank you very much. If you want to send us a wee bank transfer, folks, just send me a PM and I will give you the link if you can't do PayPal or Revolut. So right, let's see. Shalane, thank you for a great day of music. Let's see, Neil Costigan over there in New York says, Row, great show as always. You always make it worthwhile to get up early on a Sunday morning. That there's dedication there, super early. So yeah, Dan Breen, great show and interview as always. Cheers, not a problem. Carl Ann says, yeah, lovely song. So sad it was done to the girls before at 9 a.m. in the morning, shocking. Obviously, we're talking about there the song about plastic bullets for Carl Ann Kelly and Julie Livingstone. Brutal, absolutely brutal. Yeah, Derek Delaney says, great show and interview for a langer. A langer indeed. Bloody Cork boys and all from West Cork there. Great show, Grey? Great show, Grey? What was that? Scottish or something you're talking there, Carl? I don't know. Right, so we'll do this one from my ma. She was asking on for me to play a song for Marcella. So I don't want to risk playing the big version because I know it definitely will get cut off, strangely enough. But we'll go on the whole show today without being cut off. So let's see. Sharon Donnelly says, great show. Enjoy Father's Day. See you in Bundoran. Not a problem. Yes, cannot wait. The excitement for Bundoran 2022 is coming. I cannot wait. The last weekend in September, folks. If you're about, get down to Bundoran or up to Bundoran. It's going to be a class weekend, so it is, for the Hills Donegal Festival 2022. Right, so for my Kate, this one's for you. This is I'm going to do my good friend Cara McCann's version of this song. So it's a song for myself, folks, on Rebel Sundays. I'm going to have one more song to do after this one. That's us for this afternoon.
Doesn't seem quite so long ago, the last time that I saw you. Well, ain't it funny how the memories grow? It seems they always fall around you. They tried to break you in a living hell, but they couldn't find a way, and so they killed you in an H-block cell and hoped that all would turn away. Thought your spirit couldn't rise again, but you dared to prove them wrong. And in death you tore away the chains to help the world hear freedom's song. But the heartache and pain linger on. They're still here, but so long since you've gone. But we're stronger now. You've showed us how freedom's fight can be won. I wish there was an easy road to choose to bring the heartache to an end. But easy roads are always sure to lose. I've seen it time and time If you could stand by me like yesterday, I'd find strength to carry on. So let your spirit shine along the way, and our day will surely come. Yet the heartache and pain linger on. They're still here, but so long since you've gone. But we're stronger now. You've showed us how freedom's fight can be won if we all stand as one.
There we go. Sort of Cara McCann there, folks. Beautiful voice there with song from Marcel, especially from my man Kate. That one listening this afternoon. So, folks, yeah, thanks to all of you for tuning in today. And there's Paul just on the Paddy Boys. Thanks again, bud. Great show as always. Hopefully, catch up on the road soon and enjoy the rest of Father's Day. Will do, mate. And same to yourself. Thank you very much for coming on, Mucker. Anthony Murphy says, cheers, Rose, some brilliant tunes today. Ooh, up there, indeed. A few people are definitely in holiday mode. She's all, but listen, we're going away to when is it? Is it start of October, November? We're going to Tenerife, and I cannot wait. I just need a holiday this year, honestly, and so I just hope it's a wee bit. I hope the weather is still good that time of year in McGlover. Cannot wait to see Sam Park again. It's not long. My last one went amazing. Just waiting to see that the big water called the big thing with the wave machine. I had to get it there. It's probably the best wave machine in the world, so it is in Sam Park. Absolutely amazing. Cannot wait. Right, talk shit for enough, folks. I have to go on here, so I'm going to finish up. Loads of people have asked me to play my last farewell today, so we're going to finish up the show today with that there. I know I have been saying about we're going to finish up every show this year with Jackie Dolly, but we have played it most weeks. But obviously, there's time restraints and certain songs we can't fit in, so we'll try to get it on next week. Not a problem, Carlan. Seems like you're mincing your words there. So yeah, we're going to play my last farewell for the very, very last song of the day. A few people had asked us for it, and so not a problem. So this is Damien Quinn's version. So Tara, you'll be happy as well. Probably one of the best songs Damien's ever done. Brilliant version of this song is. So here we go. This is Damien Quinn, folks, with my last farewell on Father's Day 2022. So thanks to you all who have tuned in today. Thanks to you all who have left comments, requested songs. Cheers to everyone who's given us a wee tip or donation. Folks, still time. If you want to drop us a wee few quid for the upkeep of the show, please do. Just check out the 2 wee links there on my right hand side on PayPal or Revolut. Just send us something through wherever you can, big or small, much appreciated. So here we go. Last tune of the day, and we're going to finish up as always with Around the Vein after this one. So it's my last farewell, folks, from Rebel Sundays. Cheers. Thank you very much for tuning in.
Dearest mother, I am writing just to say I won't be home. There's something that I have to do, and I must do alone. Then they took me and they put me in this lonely prison cell. Tonight my thoughts are with you as I say my last farewell. Won't you say goodbye to Margaret, Mary, Bridget and me Hall? I have no words to tell you how much I'll miss you all. And though I may not show it, you know I loved you well. So in my final letter, I will bid my last farewell. Dearest brother, won't you take good care of all the folks for me? Go home to Rathfarnham on the day they set you free. I was happy when you stood by me in all that we've been through. No one has ever had so true brothers such as you. Won't you say goodbye to Margaret, Mary, Bridget and me Holt? I have no words to tell you how much I'll miss you all. And though I may not show it, you know I loved you well. So in my final letter, I will bid my last farewell. Dearest mother, it's so very sad that now we have to part, to understand the reasons that troubled your poor heart. I had told you since I was a boy, it was my destiny to die to brave soldier, so that one day you'd be free. Won't you say goodbye to Margaret, Mary, Bridget and me Holt? I have no words to tell you how much I'll miss you all. And though I may not show it, you know I loved you well. So in my final letter, I will bid my last farewell.
Yeah, so Damien Quinn there, folks, my last farewell. So that's for all you that asked for it, and there's loads and loads of requests for that song today. So sorry if any asked for tunes and I didn't fit them in. There's a lot of comments as well. I know I might have missed them. So if you're asking for songs in some of the comments, folks, I'm sorry. During the first hour or two of the show, you all fly through. I don't see them all, you know, and then you disappear and then you're searching back for them. So don't be thinking just being an arsehole and didn't play your song. A lot of the ones I couldn't see, and I didn't get a chance to play them. So and there is some ones I did see, but I was him and hang on. When can I fit that in? Obviously, I can't fit in every single song that people ask for. So, but listen, folks, we're back next Sunday. It's just myself next week, no guests, and then the weekend after. I think it's the week after we'll have Bo Loughlin on from Lurgan. So really looking forward to Bo on. He's been an admirer and supporter of the show for a while now. So looking forward to getting Bo on, tell his story. So yep, Bo Loughlin's going to be on, not next week, the week after. I'm near 100% sure. I'll just check the diary. But yeah, so folks, I'm back next Sunday, just myself. So cheers to all you who've tuned in today. It's been a great... let's see. Derek Delaney says... so sad writing to his brother to look after his family. He was shot as well. Yeah, terrible. Really, you listen to the lyrics of that song. It's a real sad song. So it's really it's a heart sort of wrenching song listening, but it's lovely lyrics as well. So it is. Right, folks, we're going to finish up as normal with Around the Vein for you. So cheers, myself, Ro. I have to get on here because I've had a shitload of stuff to do before I go out here. So Around the Vein from Gary Oak, folks, and our Oak for the last tune, as always, every Sunday. So we'll see you all next week. Thank you very much, and Chucky Arla.
Queens are so her tender rannikun they fudge face hair shanty a shin share pasta the akbar pantiran of the top and dots I am sabar no they gone naar hell, on Boston cell, they gone their scribe, they labot now be left, Charlotte Canning, around a veil. Thanks very much, good night, God bless you all.
You've been listening to Rebel podcast of Rory Carton. To listen to this and past episodes again, and to also check out future episodes, keep an eye on our official SoundCloud page. We're also available on all social media outlets. Just search Rebel podcast. Bhí sé bhgéisteach an sin leis an fád cruúlaí Rebel le Rory McCarson. Le héisteach le seo agus hir hagran a ríis, agus na hagran atá le teach, caisúil ar siú ethical subín ar SoundCloud, agus táid ar fáil ar gach cineal ardan ar na main cosúta. Ní mór ditch ach fád cruúlaí Rebel a curda.